What is up, world saviors? Welcome to another party with Beau and Dubs. Dubs, how you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Fantastic. Okay, we're gonna head to the game today. Things are going pretty well.
I'd say, yeah.
Yeah. So here's what you're gonna get in this presentation. We're two guys hanging out, doing simulated whiskey drinking, and it's like a party. It's two guys hanging out, talking about. I'm looking to find the answers to the universe, the utopian answers that we can get, the achievable utopia. Dubs, what are you after, Dubs?
Mainly the booze.
Boobs?
Booze. Well, boobs as well, but booze was the.
Booze and boobs. Okay.
I'm a simple man.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so this is. Oh, okay, good. Glad everything's. In fact, that would be appropriate.
My empire is crumbling!
So the Uncast with Beau and Dubs, and so today we're live. Can you read these dates?
I can. Well, I mean, I could read one of them. Maybe.
So this one, and does that help you understand this one?
Is that something to do with your
being
preferred...
efficient? Yes.
Oh, okay. No.
This is Untime, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
We don't play around. So years and days, and that's it. Shut up. We're done. We don't deal with hours or minutes or months or this kind of whatever. Oh, the Uncast. Or is it, what's going on here? Because so I think I've talked to you about this. This is becoming a thing where this is becoming my old public access show. And are you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure that...
You're aware that my concerns or my observation of it.
So I knew it existed, but yeah, maybe I don't know how that intersects. So no, explain it to me.
Just that this is all. Oh, so what that means is, are you becoming an audience member? You know what I mean? To a show, as opposed to it's Beau and Dubs. And so on the one hand, there's me and my agenda, and I'm like, because look how I have it set up. Remember last time we started, or I started. Here's what I'm proposing. Mm-hmm. So, okay, Beau's got this big agenda. And here's Dubs. Yeah, he's got a glass of wine. He's hanging out. So we want as much Dubs as we want,
Fair, yeah. Like, I feel like I contribute in the manner that I wanted to. So, yeah, I feel okay for where we're at now.
So here's what it is. This, in our relationship, this is the what are we phase. Like, what are we?
Okay. Yeah.
Like at the poker game, what do I introduce you as? Are you my co-host or am I not? I would say everybody's whispering. Is he your co-host? Is he your co-host?
That's funny. I mean, well,
no, I'm joking about. Obviously, people were not.
Yeah. So I feel like, I mean, maybe de facto. I mean, I don't have a lot of competition right now for co-hosts, so I feel like that might be true. But I think it's mostly driven by you. I mean, I feel like a supporting role here.
Yeah.
So yeah, co-host feels like too much. I think I'm more like a special guest.
Special
guest. That's always on.
Yeah, that's the original. You were a special guest at the very first one, but then this became its own thing. So if it has to, then maybe it divides, and then the Uncast is like me just spewing. It's just cast to
Unfiltered
nobody.
Beau, yeah. Unfiltered Beau, just like
unfiltered
raw.
Beau, but also uncast in that. Well, I mean, I guess I'm casting out concepts of and salvation through not doing anything is really the answer.
Okay.
But okay, so we're good.
I feel like I have some unanswered questions there. So you're thinking maybe you should.
First of all, what title do you want to? If you come again. What title would you like to have for the next one?
I think this is fine. But if you're feeling like the Uncast needs to be you and this needs to be something different, then yeah, we can easily move it to something else. Like
no, I mean it doesn't have to be anything.
Well, then I'm happy. I'm happy with this setup.
Yeah, and you're very influential. That reality,
Am I?
Yeah, I mean obviously, right? You're influential at everything that I'm doing because there is no fruition without you. I mean, right? It needs to be a conversation between two people. A guy saying something, no matter what, it doesn't mean anything compared to someone understanding it.
I see. Yeah. This goes back into the whole I don't want to say conflict, but I would say like maybe difference of opinion on what communication is, and like that whole dynamic of where, does the speaker determine what the word is, or does the listener? But obviously, there needs to be someone else listening, or whatever, bear shits in the woods kind of thing. Nope, I'm using vulgarity already, but yeah,
Right. Listening. I mean, a bear shitting in the woods is more performance art than, but it is communication in a way.
At any rate, I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah. So that is another issue. It's like, is a bear shitting in the woods communication? Because it could be communication. It could be he's trying to communicate somehow.
It could be. I mean, feels unlikely.
It's no different than we hear that we hear sounds coming from a kitchen. Hey, Bob, how you doing this morning? I'm doing great, Ted. We don't know if that's communication. It can be as the equivalent of a bear shitting in the woods, just randomly.
That's true.
Sounds are coming out of the kitchen.
That's true.
That's the tricky aspect. So, as always, we want to give a toast
Yes.
to our brothers and sisters in North Korea, suffering every moment of every hour and second of our lives, and we feel your pain and we share your pain.
Yeah. Salute.
So let's live free and let's get them out of. Oh, and also, it's not a sad thing.
You heathen. This
is the progression. I am Enkidu, learning how to move forward in the world. Look at what I've discovered. Stay classy, Austin, Texas.
It is less efficient, but
see,
it's more.
Look, I'm effeminate.
More civilized.
Okay, so we keep moving and shaking. Things are happening here. Yeah, so let's keep moving. What do we got? I don't know. Quick review. How many cells in your body? 30 to 40 trillion. 84% are red blood cells. And 94.92 years till the 2K Aurelia Celia. I can't wait. Semantics of this convo. So the semantics of this conversation. And this is where you actually, see, here's the difference. This is not me. Is it me or is it you? Because this conversation, are you participate? Do you agree? So here's a test. Do you agree with these meanings for this conversation?
Yeah, tell me.
Semantics, it means the meaning of words. You probably agree with that.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. And then bore, body of elected representatives.
Yep.
Good. And homo is a human.
And that's more you, but I'm fine with that definition.
Yeah, you accept it. That homo means that.
Yeah.
Is what so if you said homo, it still means that because we're accepting that as a way we're...
In this context, yeah.
In this institution, yeah. Ass means glutes, not anus, or do you need to have the anus mean ass?
I feel like I'm still conflicted about this. So
okay, so it means, but in this conversation, see, is what we could
fair. I'll acknowledge, but I feel like I'm doing so under duress.
All right, we're tightening. I don't mean to make a pun, but we're tightening them up. Okay, so menstruation is obviously her moon.
Okay.
This is a new thing I'm introducing in society. Let's just say, look, let's not on her period. That doesn't make any sense. It's her moon. Doesn't sound better?
It does sound better.
Why? Because I'm a feminist.
Feminist, yeah, of course. And a masculinist. Yeah.
Looking out for men. Excuse me. Unreality. Oh yeah, is your understanding of actual... so this is the construct... So constructivism is like a thing in psychology of child learning. It's like children construct their reality. And so yes, that's unreality. The reality we have all constructed is unreality. We need to... do you believe that? Or you understand that? Or
I don't know that I understand it.
Okay, well, I'm just saying when I use the word unreality, that means our understanding of what we actually exist as best we can.
Okay.
So it's a realitarian thing. So as realitarian, which I don't know if you would call would fit into that, but you live in reality, that you understand your unreality. The earth is round. That's my unreality. That could be completely made up and off kilter, and nonsensical.
Because like why is that different? Like so what's not a unreality then?
Yeah, everything you can conjure up and imagine it cannot be real. It is only your best attempt at getting reality.
Okay.
I mean, it can be real because it could be that you actually are understanding things exactly how they are.
Right. But it's just to put the top spin that this is your understanding of it. It's not necessarily what's true.
Yeah, and we could never know for sure, but obviously we're just trying to get there. So it's also a way of blanket addressing this issue people have. They're like, oh, what this seems to be a problem with people. You can't know anything. I'm like, what do you mean? No, it's a constructed reality. It's doing the best it can. You are accurate or not. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I have some sympathy for that idea that like, hey, no, there are truths about the world that we can know, but it's hard. It's hard to know. But I do think that we can know.
But now for this thing, we're asking a yes or no on, does this word in this conversation mean this?
Yeah, I'm happy to see that. Yeah.
Okay, and so that's what people should do. Like, here's our meanings, and it should be like, because have you ever seen like these debates? I guess you should watch. Do you ever watch debates?
I've seen a few. Like, yeah, what are you speaking
Well,
of?
like because they'll spend like 5 minutes, 10, 15 minutes talking about definitions of terms and haggling things out.
Yeah.
It's like, just, okay, so in other words, like maybe this, like, you don't agree? Okay, well, we don't agree on the meaning of this term. We're going to go next one. You know what I mean?
But don't like, well, no, it does seem like you mentioned for communication, like it's pretty fundamental to understand. Like when I say X, you mean X, or at least we know, like even if we have different definitions.
Super crucial.
Right. So like, so no, I mean, that seems very important. So,
but if someone's going to just haggle and go, I'm not accepting any meaning of anything.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like it's 15 minutes, 5 minutes in, like just say, then what it is, the reality is, I mean this when I say unreality, I mean this. When you say unreality, it means something else. That's what it means. Then that's where we are,
Yeah.
As a realitarian, we face what reality is. Mm-hmm. We disagree and we're moving on.
No, that's fair. And I get that. And then I think that often the issue with debating is like, if you acknowledge someone else's definition, you might be giving away something. So you're trying to fight for your definition because it's important in like it's not necessarily a search for truth. It's more like, I want to win the debate. So how do I get every point to the closest margin to what I can? Yeah,
that's such a strange thing that debate is like a sport where people go out and debate.
Right. I mean, I like sport. I think it's like
like debating.
Right.
You got him. You did it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's it's independent of what might actually be the truth about the thing you're debating. It's more, I won. It doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, so that kind of thing I'm not interested in whatsoever.
I mean, I think it's valuable for having that ability, right? To be so well versed in the ways to argue that you can argue any side of any debate. I think that's valuable, but I agree with you. It's not like it's a truth-seeking exercise.
Right. We have a viewer, allegedly. Okay, so progress report, I haven't done a goddamn thing. It's not that I haven't done a thing. It's I'm in a completely different direction, building everything around this whole live streaming thing. Mm-hmm. I now have this Tiny 2 that I bought. There's a Tiny 3 out, but I did the calculations. I didn't do it correctly. I did the stupidest thing in the world. Like, if you measure the height, if it's 18% higher, I forgot to think, oh yeah, it's also 18% on this end as well or something, about that. Like when you increase the diagonal,
right,
it's exponential.
Sure. Yeah,
I wasn't thinking exponentially with my thing. And I was like, oh, the cost would not be, whatever. But it was fine. It was like 35% more of the sensor. I'm going by just the sensor size. You know, the sensor in these cameras, they have like an actual thing that's recording everything.
I'm not very well.
Bigger the sensor, better. It's got more things on it.
Right. I guess I think in like terms of megapixels when I'm thinking of like a camera, but this is something else.
So like, something like that, but like more of those. So the bigger it is, the more megapixels is probably actually accurate, but I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, it's outside my domain. So, but I feel you. Like I feel like I don't want to overpay for something I don't use. But yeah, maybe it. Oh, also this was highly rated. The other 3 was not as highly rated, and not too many people bought it. I'm like, I don't know. But then maybe that means the Tiny 2 was good, and we should have bought the 3. Anyway, so I bought this, and it's like and I'm using it. It does like all kinds of like
things where it can walk you around, follow you around, and that kind of crap.
Right.
It's on a gimbal and moves around.
Yeah, it's very fancy.
So then we got these new mics. You can barely see. You probably didn't even know. It was like, how's this guy talking to me through the thin air? And that's it. Oh, I have other notes about everything. Okay, so this is going to be a 5-hour show the way this is going. What I'm proposing, again, me and my agenda, be a feminist, care about women, be a masculist, care about men, stop the misogyny, allow women to kill unborn children, ensure that they understand the devastating effect this will have on their peace of mind, obviously. But if you've already had an abortion, don't worry about it. It's just a stupid piece. It's trash. It's just flesh trash. Don't worry about it.
Even late term.
Anything. If you've already done it, it's too late. Don't worry about it. You're gonna. Nothing I can say to you will make that go away.
Sure.
You're gonna remember that the rest of your life. Okay, so the this is really the best answer in the world, man. If we reduce the budget, we divide all of the savings amongst all the members of the organization, which in this case, the United States is the citizens. So we reduce the budget by a gazillion. That means we get divide that by 250 million. All right, and then gerrymandering is a symptom. Districts are the root of the problem. We need elected representation. There's no districts. If you want to do it for House seats, use popular rank in open elections, blah, blah, blah. You can read shit whatever you want. Form bodies of elected representatives before any reform can be moved on. We need to start the conversation. We don't have the conversation. That's the whole gist of why we need one-to-one representation, which is 11 words. Periodically, each member may transfer their speaking power to any member, or voting power, whatever you want, killing power, whatever it is. Elect, measure, ignore is 3 steps. You elect. Once you choose somebody, then we measure. Okay, now how many people does each person represent, and then ignore the people that are low, right? You got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're in the United States, if you're under 250, you're under 1 part per million. That might be too low, right? So once you get 250 of your adult citizens that are interested in you, that means out of anyone in the world. Anyway.
Hey, so is this new, or is this like pre-existed?
No, this is pre-existed because remember we talked about Emmy and how that is,
how could I
you can
that?
associate that with her for sure. I mean, why would you not associate that or associate everything with her? She's fantastic. So also curate wisdom as you live your life, give it to your children in writing, encourage them to do the same. This is so crucial, agreeable. I mean, you agree to this, I think, pretty straightforward. Yeah. I mean, this is why I love it. It's like, do the right thing for your kids. Yes, okay, you're right. Thanks. That's a good reminder. How is that wrong? So maybe it needs be about kids. Okay, so make sure you tell your kids that when they elect representatives, you measure the RQ. Don't be a fool. You're not gonna be a fool. Walk through life.
Yeah. I think we got to prove it, right? But I think it's certainly argument worth making.
Prove what? RQ?
Yeah. This is the right way to assess someone's value or whatever.
We have to measure the RQ accurately, is what you're saying? We have to wonder if the RQ is measured accurately, or is it a lie?
Well, sure, but I think that I think that the folks, as they get more exposed to something like this, would be able to more readily endorse it once they've kind of seen it in action. But I think that people would be hard pressed to endorse it in the same way if they hadn't had the lived experience of oh no, I gave my RQ, or this person had an RQ, I voted for them, and we got good things happen, right? There just has to be that sort of confidence building element of it.
I am completely lost. So this is a new branch of one-to-one representation.
Oh, well, no. So I guess part of me thinks that, hey, this is a good idea. You need to have people buy into it, but they're only going to build confidence in that once they have experienced it, right? So to start teaching to your kids before you've actually done it yourself, I think, in a way where you've had this, sort of experience.
Teach them how to do one-to-one representation and that kind of thing. Or
right. Well, yeah.
But the concept of RQ is something as a mathematical concept that you can convey to your children.
Right. Yeah. But I don't think a lot of people think about even governance in that way, right?
So your kids can be given the treats by RQ, and they earn RQ points throughout the week, and then you measure it all. You go, oh, he's got 52 RQ, and you got 12. No, it's all relative. We have this much ice cream. We're going to divide amongst you according to this percentage.
Oh, well, that's
Holy shit, this is perfect because poor people can do this. That means if you're poor and all you got is like popcorn, you got this much, you can allot that. And so when you're giving out these credits, it's a real thing. They know that this is I'm going to get more of whatever the hell it is.
See, that's where I feel like this will be, it breaks down, I think, at small levels. So I think this is where I've heard one of the main podcasts I listen to, the Remnant.
Remnant?
So on the Dispatch, like the guy that's on there, I'm forgetting his name at the moment because I'm terrible at names, but he talks about the idea of like, we're pro-democracy at a high level, but you don't have democracy in your family, right? You got the mama, the papa, they are kind of like the, monarchs, like or co-monarchs.
We talked about this, yes.
Yeah. So like, so if the kids are voting on their RQ version of who gets the popcorn in the family kind of thing, I feel like that's unlikely to be representative of what you want for like nationwide representation.
Oh, but you're getting the concept of RQ down. Of what does that mean? So that when they go out and they get involved in a voting scheme, because these are voting schemes, these are scams. The United States is a scam in a way. You know what I mean? It's like
a scam.
Well, people really genuinely believe. Do you think most people believe that we decide who our leaders are?
I mean, there's a lot of skepticism for sure.
But do they think that we decide? I think most people think people are stupid, or they don't care. They're not voting, and they're not, it's other people. That's what I think people they think it's we have decided.
I think that's right. Yeah, I think that. I mean, there's a mix of opinion, but I think in general you're right.
Yeah. Well, we have not decided.
Wait. So draw that contrast out.
So you're teaching your children what RQ is, so that they can see what in the hell's happening. Okay, we're just going to skip through all this. I don't even know what I'm doing. But now this, RQ, bing. You teach your children what RQ is. It's a fraction. It's how to measure. And so now they know what is actual representation, what is not. Because you want your kids to be represented in whatever group they are in. You don't want them to be just bamboozled and ripped off and go, oh, I don't know, I vote. I don't really know the math. Learn the math of voting.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
No, I think that's very valuable. I think general statistics.
So it's perfect because RQ is a thing where nobody knows RQ. Like, I mean, excuse me? Who in the hell do you? Everybody's butting in to help, little helpers. Tiny 2 likes to help. Oh, do you know that like sometimes it can, like, check this out. You see the screen?
It's not real time. So
isn't that insane?
I mean, is it moving? I can tell.
Yeah, it's zooming in. That's how you zoom in.
Oh, okay.
And I was doing a stream to nobody, uncasting or whatever, and I'm just like blah 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 blah, and then the thing zooms in on my face, and it was throwing me off. But it was.
I'm seeing it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
He has a 20-second delay.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. I mean, that's kind of a cool feature.
Yeah. I mean, I wish the things were different than like position 1. Okay, I'll just right in the middle of my live stream say, but I don't think you can change it. You should be able to record your own damn thing, right?
I would imagine. Yeah.
That's Tiny 3. I gave up on it. Who knows what Tiny 3 offered?
Right. That's funny.
Oh, dude, what if it had a 360 gimbal? Oh, that's actually stupid. I should look it up.
I mean, I'm sure that there is such a thing. I've even seen them like at parties or whatever.
Why wouldn't there? Why would you have it? It stops, and it does like three. It does 3/4 of a circle. All right, so we're moving on, or what?
Yeah.
New stuff. How's Dubs? How's Dubs?
I'm doing okay. I'd say moderately well.
Oh, okay. So, that's better than before, actually, because you kind of give a more worrying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if we talked offline about some of the shit that was going on, and I'm not sure it's like appropriate for this cast, but like there's some shit going on. So.
With you
work shit.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. No, we've not talked about that. Okay, so that's what that is. I know that you're a little unsettled because our girl common denominator.
Oh, yes, for sure.
has this bizarre head in front of her, and you can see this strange hand formation with holding a match, which is my artistic expression. Wait, it's a. What are you thinking about it?
I mean, I'm disapproving.
Actually, because it's off. Maybe is that better?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It gets into the world of misogyny. Misandrogyny. So it's why do we have a word that's not the same for being against the sexes? I guess because they're sexes, but like it should be like a universal word.
Yeah.
So that's what I coined earlier. Maybe you didn't notice.
Well, I mean, it's a word I wasn't familiar with, but that's not unusual.
That's what we do here. I mean, basically every day we're coining words. Misandrogynous. Misandrogyny.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
But like misanthropic is just generally, right? Like it is kind
you're
of
right.
like...
Misanthropic. That's what it is. So it's another optional word. Okay. So you're doing good.
I mean, good's a strong word, but I'm doing fine, yeah. I probably even said good, but I think more okay.
That's powerful. You nope, not doing good. We're just under that.
Yeah, I think that that's worth drawing the distinction, because so often you just say I'm doing good, and that's kind of like status quo, and I don't think I'm at status quo.
You need to learn to set your expectations at homeless, because I am doing great. Every day I wake up, I have a home.
Well, and that's part of it is like being appreciative and thankful for your life. So yeah, I forget that sometimes, so it's good to have a reminder.
Right, the 30 trillion cells you're looking it up to you. All right, Papa. You're taking care of us, right?
30 trillion. Holy God.
Meanwhile, you're shooting up heroin in an alley. Okay, the car's gone. Okay, so I don't know if you know, my brother gave me his car.
Yeah, I think you may have mentioned.
But
Yeah.
it didn't start all the
Right.
time, and it stopped starting, and that was a crucial part of the whole car process, is starting.
Yes.
And so then I'm like, how much do I sink into, because I put 11,000 in the Jeep. Do you know that?
I don't think I knew that number. No.
That last year, I put $11,000. Not gas, not tires, not replaceables and regular stuff, oil changes.
Oh, geez.
I'm talking about repairs.
Yeah.
And
Jeez.
because I had to keep it because of insurance. I told you, because I was insured on that car,
Right.
but not any other car.
Mhm.
Keep it going.
That's brutal. So I don't remember the story there. So like, did you sell that Jeep? Did you, what happened?
Yeah, 2,500 maybe.
Oh, geez. After dumping 11 grand into it?
Yeah, but I was happy to get that because it did not. The check engine light would come on, and I drove it to goodbye, happy goodbye day of the cars. Cars used cars.
Oh, sure.
Cars are yours, us, or whatever.
Carvana? What am I thinking of?
Carvana, some kind of thing. The guy went and shot up a place. Who sells cars that are all rentals, basically?
Oh, I don't know.
Sarah got her Magnum from there. Do you know about that? She had a Magnum.
Nope.
Do you know what a Dodge Magnum is?
No.
It's a station wagon looking car,
Okay.
but it's like sports car station wagon. With the battery in the back. It was very surreal. It's like the worst of everything, kind of, because it didn't have the storage of a station wagon.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the look of that. A Magnum, Dodge Magnums all day long.
And the
Loved
name.
it.
I mean, yeah, you expect a lot out of that, though.
That's what I first went driving. So when they have gypsy, you know what gypsy driving is? Gypsy driving. Okay, hold on a second. So there's a lot of use of gypsy in a negative way. Gyp comes from gypsy.
I didn't know that, but it makes sense.
Right. Makes sense because that's what gypsies do.
Yeah.
So there's that real problem. First of all, gypsies are themselves an issue, right? The Romani people. They are self-sustaining and they're not part of your society, and they have their own judicial system, and
That's the thing. I don't think I'm fully versed in what they are. I kind of thought it was kind of any kind of vagabond type person could be a gypsy, but is it actually a more more specific than that?
They're an actual group of genetic Romani.
Okay.
They're I think they're claiming to be the original Roman people or something of the Constantinople.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever the claim is, but because it's such a real thing, dude. Like like Charlemagne and that whole. You know anything about him? Like medieval.
I mean, I know the name obviously, but like no,
Okay,
not
But these series of kings, king, you're tracking your heredity. It's a big deal.
sure.
So you track it. This guy's tracking it back to a fish monster. Okay. Oh,
Munger.
monster? Yeah, I know. You might think of monger, fishmonger. Oh, we're talking about a guy that just sold fish. No, we're talking about some kind of strange sea monster.
Okay, yeah, like literally a
Sea
monster.
monster god? Like, okay, dude. I mean,
Okay.
I'll write it in. That's what you're saying. That is your great, 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 whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
But that is fantastic. I have a historian in the family who he wrote historical books. So I was like obligated, like I might as well read this. Before France and Germany is like the most boring, like just monotonous kind of bureaucratic stuff. But I kind of love that.
Well, and if it has fish monsters, I mean, that's something, right?
Yeah, that's interesting, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but the whole thing, I mean, the way that they divided their property up, the custom of instead of giving it all to the firstborn, they divided it amongst the children. That led to these 3 different countries like Burgundy, Francia, and Germany. Or whatever. These I can't remember what they were called, but they just change hands a lot more often if it doesn't all go to one person. Because just the family, it's like family tradition. What?
Yeah.
Your family tradition is like we divide the nation up because it's a monarchy. It's a family tradition kind of thing that made its way to where you're now the nation, like the nations are divided. What a crazy way.
That is kind of wild. I mean, I kind of like it. It almost sounds like renewal in a way, but yeah, I mean, for the time, that feels like an improvement.
Renew. Sounds like renewal. Which I'm renewing. Okay, back to my personal life. My apartment's renewing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think it was kind of up in the air and you were kind of figuring things out. So, okay.
I want to live here forever and die here, but I can't. I don't. It's just there's problems. There's lots of problems, but that's led to me making this part of my religion, the concept of renewal, because every time this season, I have to sprinkle the incense around the room and go, oh, God, protect me, God. Do I need to stay in this place or move to a place that would be better? And then, oh God, I mean, my neighbors are amazing. They put up with rants. Like you can imagine how I get out of hand with rants, right?
I can imagine.
Yeah. I mean, I am like screaming bloody murder and it's 4 a.m. and like, oh, that's right. Maybe not. Or the window's open and oh yeah, because like I hear a ringing. I hear a vibration. I'm going, I'm trying to make the vibration happen again. It's 12:30 in the morning. I'm not that late, but the window's open. My neighbor doesn't need like this birdman, calling out to his mate.
So wait, what are you saying?
I'm just saying I'm insane.
Okay.
When I go homeless, it's going to be really fascinating. Okay, so did you have anything else to add to my story about bird?
I think I'm pretty set.
Do you know where this phrase comes from? Different strokes for different folks. Because I looked at, the show Different Strokes. You probably don't even know.
I mean, I know of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What a strange show. Very manipulated. They controlled everything that was on the show, right? There's like people from the Reagan administration. They're directing and
Oh, no kidding.
pointing out, not directing like every detail, but like, yeah, we can't do that. It's a little too much. You want another take on that?
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
No, but I mean, I didn't follow it very close enough to even kind of have that insight.
That's the weird part. And then you get into the whole the gay thing with what's the gay show? What's the show that allowed gays in everyone's household? Yeah, what's the big to you? What do you think the big on public TV, mainstream media?
Well, I mean, we're going back to the fact that I didn't have a TV growing up, right? So,
right, that's what I mean.
see,
Like country boy, no TV, actually was taught values and
right,
how to be a good person.
So, like, what would that even be?
Unmanipulated.
So, yeah, I don't think I have like a front runner for the. When you tell me, I'll probably know it, but like nothing springs to mind. Like, what do you think of?
Wait, what am I thinking of? What am I asking?
Well, like, what is the I guess the show that kind of like what's the predecessor for? Like, here's like a gay in the mainstream kind of.
Oh yeah.
Gay.
I can't actually remember that. It's Will and Grace.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, for some reason I kind of thought that must have been after, because that felt it almost felt like
Well, because
if you were
Ellen
there.
already came out as gay, but it was awkward and not from the beginning. Will and
Right.
Grace is a gay show from the beginning, gay characters, gaying up, gay,
Yeah.
gay.
Okay.
And that's the first show. And then that's like, I don't know.
Okay.
So is that even a thing? Or do these documentarians who are a part of this left-wing fascism, is that what they're promoting as this changed everything and maybe it didn't? Oh.
Yeah. Hell if I know.
Okay, but different strokes for different folks comes from Muhammad Ali, who was describing how he beats people and hits them,
Okay. Nice.
which is fascinating
That is hilarious. Yeah.
because also, what is different strokes? Different strokes itself, that show is it's different strokes is about punching people, is attacking.
You're saying the show is about that, or about what he's saying?
It takes different strokes to. First of all, do you remember the lyrics to that? You never saw the show.
No.
It takes different strokes to rule the world. It's like, what is this? And then it's black people moving into the white areas of the penthouse. Oh, do you know the storyline?
No.
These poor black kids, for whatever reason, are they're connected to this guy. They've been left as he's the caretaker of these kids or something. And he lives in a penthouse in New York, or in the middle of the highest, most expensive thing in the world.
And he's black too, or
Fish out
he's
of
white,
water
or
whatever. Huh?
he's black or white?
No, he's white.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the whole. He's white. The maid's white, and everything's all white. And the whole show's white. It's all white everything.
Except for the family, or so the kids. I
mean,
guess.
the kids are black, but they're acting white. It's in a white way.
I don't hate that term, acting white. Like, what do you mean?
It's just they are not allowed to bring what. So an actual street kids, motherfucking street kids are from. Did it happen?
Yes.
the healing has happened. So they're street kids, right?
Okay.
They're gonna come in and be all polite and thank you, please, and thank you. I mean,
What are you talking about? Like, I mean,
these characters, the two black characters that came in, they were like, they weren't street kids in any way in reality.
I mean, when you say street kid, does that mean like they didn't have like mom and dad to like teach them right and wrong kind of thing? So they're just like
if they're supposed to be
hellions?
from like the projects or something,
Right? But I mean, you can have people from the projects or from the rural whatever, and they're still like have been brought up with like God fear and whatever.
Okay, like Good Times.
Sure.
Okay, so but like Good Times even. Like let's take the Good Times family. You know the family?
No.
Oh, sorry. That's a show based in the projects. Another show showing black kids and black people, and like everyone loves black people, right? So it's a Good Times. Dude, this is fascinating. I actually, this is the most fun thing in the world to describe Good Times to a person that's never seen the show.
I mean, I may have seen an episode, but no, I don't know it. Like I could, yeah.
And the song is like ingrained in society. But okay, look, it's a project. You know what the projects are in New York? Like where they forced black people into buildings, into high rises with other black people.
I mean, I guess I always thought of just the projects were somewhere like that you would live cheaply, because it was subsidized.
Yep.
But
it was over 100%. This dude in charge of it, he was the parks guy, parks and rec guy, right? And then he gets all the power in New York, and he starts just destroying neighborhoods and building highways and destroying neighborhoods and building projects.
Mm-hmm.
He completely transforms everything. He's just radically this is a like tyranny in the classical sense of there's a power void.
Right.
Just because I'm this little parks and rec guy or whatever doesn't mean I can't be given all these powers. And all of a sudden he's Augustus of the Roman Empire, who's just been the Senate now says, oh yes, you have another blessing to do whatever you want.
Right.
It just massive destruction on society entirely. The United States society has been completely affected. Robert, somebody, I can't remember his name. Robert Morrow or something. I mean, something like that. I can't remember. But that was in the 50s, and he ruled forever, and he ruled, but
That's wild. Yeah, he didn't run any problems with like federalism or like like hey like because generally you don't need federal powers to like destroy something that's even I guess unless it's all in the city proper, then maybe you wouldn't have the same kind of issues. But like that seems wild. Like
Federal power? What do you mean?
like generally that's how you would be able to do something like destroy. Hey, we have to build this highway across the nation.
The federal government could override him.
Yeah. Well, generally that's how that power works, right? Like,
Yeah,
hey,
of course. But apparently he did it right, and he knew what he was doing. And then, and New York's a powerful city, so
Sure.
who wants to mess with that? Who wants to stop a big project that's going forward in New York? What politician wants to do that? And again, if we had one-to-one representation, we would know we all want to stop the project. We want to stop all projects. If everybody understood how many projects we want to stop, politicians would be jumping out of the woodwork to go like, yes, I want to stop all these projects.
But like the power in that case was vested in like some Parks and Rec guy. Like, how did that happen? How did it like? Wouldn't it be like a governor and mayor working that stuff out? Like what?
That's politics. He's moving and shaking.
Yeah.
Just the way things manipulate. Like Napoleon started as a tripart. He was like, the three of us will rule as equals. And it's like, boop, boop, chess move, chess move, chess move. Whoop, it looks like I'm the only one in charge.
Right, yeah.
The same, all kinds of times, like, just the way things move. The way things, they just add a little extra thing. Oh, the Parks and Rec guy, it's still his office. He'll still meet at 1330 First Street or whatever. But we're just going to give him $18 billion into his budget to do this other thing.
Right.
So it's...
Yeah. Well, it almost sounds like we see now where like people are giving up their own power for God knows why, right? Like, I mean, it's just like, this is your own power. Why are you giving it to this Parks and Rec guy? That makes no sense at all.
Oh, how do you mean? Who's giving up their power?
Oh, well, I mean, it's going to come up here, I think, in our further conversation. But
Okay.
this will be a callback. But like, yeah,
Okay, perfect.
I'm just putting a pin in that.
Okay, who's with us? Nobody. Oh, wait. Current viewer. We got a viewer. That's a success.
Yeah.
Drink to that shit. Well, when I load up the ice, maybe we should read the ice like the augurs. This looks like this will be a good show.
I don't feel like that's the right move.
That's not how you would read ice.
No.
Different strokes.
But that's actually a great insight. Like just like even knowing that was the origin of that.
Right.
That's incredible because it's
Did you know
nothing like the
he's
meaning.
like a black supremacist of a kind? I mean, in a way, he was like he did not want his children to marry non-black people.
Oh, I mean,
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
but I mean, I don't want to say there's nothing wrong with it, but I mean, like, I don't know. I wouldn't judge someone overly harshly just given the times and like.
Yeah, and of course, if you're black, you get extra points for that. No one's really probably.
I don't know. That's true. I certainly don't agree with the idea, but like it just, I don't want to overly judge people of that time period. Even though I judge him a lot more for being a draft dodger and like.
Oh, he was a draft dodger.
Yeah. I mean, like the whole.
Because of religious.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh. Suddenly,
Muhammad Ali. I'm a prophet, son.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Can't go fight.
Yeah. I mean, that to me is way worse. Like
that's why I'm saying that you need to recognize that you're a world savior with the powers to never have to fight in any battle or obey any command. That if you're a third grader, just say that to your teacher. I'm a world savior. I have to. I follow my own rules. And then you do what they want you to do, but you do it on your own terms. That's the key. But he stayed in the New Yorker. The reason I know so much about him. He stayed in the New Yorker hotel along with Tesla, Nikola Tesla, the last like 10, 15 years of his life.
Okay.
He was in this hotel, and I got to stay in that room in the hotel because I'm a big fan of Tesla.
Yeah.
And Casey is a big fan of being awesome, and she got us this hotel room there.
That's pretty badass.
Yes, it was very badass. And then the poor girl has to take pictures of me and all of my Tesla shirts. I've got like 4 Tesla shirts apparently. And so I'm like opening the door, like, okay, now, hold on, I gotta change. I gotta take a picture of me opening the door to his hotel room.
What? In every shirt? You got a picture?
Yes, I had to get a picture in every shirt. For what? I mean, and have I ever done anything with that?
I mean, I don't know. You took it. I mean, I guess it's embedded in your brain.
Every time. Do you understand what's going over here? People are not supposed to spit their liquids back out on live streams. It's kind of gross in most circles. But in Beau's circle, I'm a realitarian. So if it makes you feel bad, in fact, you should always be able to reject a shot or alcohol,
Yes.
poison, toxin. Never is there ever a problem you can shame somebody for rejecting toxin.
Oh.
What do you think? Talk to me.
I mean, I like the concept, but I think there's like a deep-seated kind of like, what is it? No, like what do they call them? Lost soldiers or whatever. When you like leave a half-empty beer there, like you can't, I mean, people will go and drink someone else's beer. Like, what, you just left that beer there, you didn't drink, and they will down it, like out of homage to the idea that you shouldn't just leave alcohol unimbibed.
Well, okay, there's something wrong with that. What's wrong with that? That sounds great. The beer angels going around drinking all the extra alcohol.
Well, but it's more kind of shaming people who hadn't finished theirs. It's like, oh, you're not going to drink that? I'm going to do your job because you're too weak to like actually.
Oh, wait, you're saying that's a problem?
Well, I'm just saying that's the way that it's often it's like, finish your drink. Like you will be shamed if you don't finish drinking whatever you're drinking.
Right. Okay. So yeah, that's how it is normally.
Yeah.
In your you're not feminist, are you? See, you got to get guys. Hold on. It sounds like we're not feminists here, guys. Okay. So it sounds like we're all masculist. We got ourselves taken care of, but we need to be feminists too. Okay. And that's why you need to let's hold hands. Okay. We need to do better. Have you ever done that with the guys? Have you tried that?
I haven't tried that. Strangely.
Okay. Well, that's something that I'm offering it. Solutions.
Okay. That's appreciated.
What happened?
Oh, that's appreciated. No. Go ahead.
Oh, we gave away. Shit. You saw it.
I did, but like.
Okay. Well, why don't you make a good guess? How many new homos per year? The number of people. This is also the number. My point is the number of people that need to be taught a new all the basics.
Yeah.
So system of time. You might think, oh, I understand the system of time. Well, okay. We got to teach kids that. Like how to read a clock. And now you know that they don't know, right? Zetards don't know how to read a clock.
No, I didn't know that.
I think most people don't know how to read an actual clock.
Yeah,
that's my theory.
Is it a problem?
It's my unreality.
I'm trying to decide like if it is a problem or not. Like are we going to keep this up? Are we going to keep having the dials going around? Are we going to just be all digital? Like what's the?
Oh God, let's just let go of the whole thing altogether. Oh, anyway, so there's 132 million of these motherfuckers we got to train every year. Oh yeah, no problem. We'll just train them again and again how to do this.
132 million seems like too many. Like, what do you mean? Like new homos,
new people, new humans.
Oh, and the whole globe.
Global, yeah, global.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Oh yeah, not U.S., not us. Okay, new proposals. Finally, new stuff. That was all old stuff apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Wait a minute. There's actually a whole. I got to get these segments worked out. Okay, is Dubs concerned about the reality of half equals one?
Yes.
Talk to me.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, you haven't told me the origins, but that doesn't
how
add
does
up.
this equation make you feel?
It makes me feel off-centered. Like, that doesn't seem right. So, yeah, tell me.
That's right. So that's why you need to be more in tune with reality. Because half does equal one.
Nope. So, yeah. So
you're saying no?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So he's fighting it. At first, they fight. And so what you need to do is you just need to you need to dominate. It might be that's how we learn, Like who's that guy with the dog? The dog trainer, or do you know what that's from?
No.
There's like a dog trainer, and there's dog trainers and kid trainers and people that do all kinds of shows on how to train kids and do things.
I'm sure.
It's just amazing. The world is full of people offering solutions. And he's like, Cesar or somebody maybe, and he just shows people like you gotta dominate the dog. No, he doesn't get up. You don't let him up until you're ready.
Right.
Get him submissive.
Yeah, I've been taught some of those animal training elements, but I don't think of myself as being the same way. But yeah, go ahead.
But it is a thing with women. So women psychologically. This is my understanding, they don't have a sense of giving a consequence to a person after something's already been done. They don't see the point in it. Yeah. So the dog's already done something. I love the dog. Oh, well, he just shit over here. There's nothing we can do. It's already done. Right. It's already done. That logic.
Okay.
So they're wrapping around that logic, but not understanding, like, wait a minute, that dog just took a crap and now is getting treats. It's like treats and love.
Right.
It's a totally.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's some logic to that, right? It's like you have to catch it within a certain amount of time, right? Or it's just like their long-term memory doesn't kick in and you're just punishing them for no reason because they don't have any connection to that far back for dogs, is the way I understand it. So if you don't catch them within like 5 minutes of when they do something wrong, you're kind of like, you're SOL. Like you can't post hop.
Absolutely. Behavior is immediate.
Yeah.
You want behavior management to be immediate. So if you have children and you're trying to address things, if it's not immediate, realize, okay, well, you might have missed the window on that. So you want to have maybe a softer approach, because it's not as effective anyway, what you're doing. So, but when it's there and it's immediate, you want to give that immediate, but then you want to switch it around to love, just like you do with the kid, time out.
Yeah.
I love you. It's all good. You're going to be back a part of this.
Yeah.
It's like I do with Tiny when he gets out of control. He or she, I don't even know if this is a she.
It's kind of submissive.
I think it's a she. And what I think is Tiny and I have a little future together. I just need to get a little wig for you. Get you all dolled up.
Oh my God.
That's my new girlfriend. Okay, so
yeah, you still haven't explained this unmath here. But.
No, I'm just half equals 1. I mean, once you're half, that is essentially 1 in reality. Round up.
Well, if you round up, but
Yeah, if you round up, you see, boom, there it is. There's a logic inside someone's head, and they refuse at first. Nope. Oh, well, yeah, if you round up, boom, bang. So there's something going on.
Well, see, what I'm missing is like there's like a method you would call round, and you put it around the 1/2. Round 1/2 equals 1. I would be like, oh, okay, well that makes sense. But that does not make sense to me.
Wait a minute. Half equals 1 in rounding.
Right, but you're not rounding, or you're not specifying that you're rounding there.
So that's helping me understand. This is what I need. I need to know, what does a normal person think about the stuff I'm talking about? Like, I don't like, because that's a mathematical equation. Well, you agree to it when it's rounding. You understand it completely. That's what I mean. Yeah. Like, of course, no shit, Sherlock. Obviously, a half equals 1. But when it's not rounding, it's like, because you're worried about like the interpretation of it.
Well, I mean, let me tell you this. Yeah. I found a bug last week in some code I was working on where we had a float and an int being compared, and it was off by probably
position 1. Stupid. Tiny, I swear to God, you son of a bitch. What the? Okay. Anyway. Sorry.
So I was going into the boring math stuff, but like, so last week I ran into a bug in our software where we were comparing a float to an integer, and it was off by 0.0000003 off because we were comparing these two different types.
Yeah.
And like it caused an issue. Like we had things break, and so this to me is like that's obviously off. Like if you can be off by like whatever 13 decimals down. Some sort of rounding throwing off your day for me. So I'm not a normal person in this regard, is what I'm saying. Like I care to many decimals the accuracy. And so that is not even close. That's not even in the ballpark of correct.
So maybe if you said half kind of has a feeling of equaling 1.
Sure, yeah. You put like a equals.
Half is kind of as snuggly. Half is as snuggly as 1.
Sure, yeah,
right.
I'm into that. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So if you've got half of the population agrees, that means they begin the throat slitting. Okay. Now, meanwhile, pop quiz. Are you ready for this?
I'm not ready, but let's go.
This is for Dubs. Explain how check this out. Common denominator. Do you believe in this shit? Are you seeing this shit?
I'm seeing it.
Oh my God, I was like, what? Why am I not calling it common denominator with the uns everywhere? Give me one. Okay, so explain how the common denominator, RQ, you know that, right? You want to review? I can show the...
I probably should review, but let's go for it. Let's go.
So explain how the common denominator allows hostile factions to show agreement without ever interacting.
Yeah, well, I think we've talked about that.
Tell me, good. This is great.
So, yeah, the way I understand it is like whenever it's abstracted from your direct interaction.
Unlock
right?
me.
Oh, God.
Position 1. Oh my God. So it's been locked on me?
No, I think you just put it in position 1.
But
It hadn't been
it's
until.
been tracking me. That's why. It's like.
Oh, I don't think it had been, but maybe.
So if I'm thinking that tracking is a. Did it start?
Now you're tracking.
It's
now it's
the T word is a separate thing than the P word. And I'm okay with this. That's fine. I'll learn the language. I will avoid certain words, and that's how it is. Okay, sorry. Oh my God.
All right. So I feel like I'm already going to fail this pop quiz, but my understanding is that the thing that RQ allows you to do is abstract that piece of it so that I don't have to agree with another person to vote for someone that, like, whenever I convey my vote to someone else, then they can make that decision on my behalf, and they would do the dirty work of
not necessarily.
negotiating.
I'm talking about like you're choosing your representative,
right.
and your representative refuses to talk to another representative. So you understand that scenario?
Oh, okay. I mean, I see that being a thing, but like,
So you see how the common denominator means they can agree without ever interacting. They don't talk to each other ever.
Oh.
How can they agree?
So no, I don't know how that works. How does it work?
Well, okay, so the common denominator, right? Let's look at RQ. So RQ, oh, for the love of God, what's happening? Am I live? Okay, so RQ, members, can you see that? Members divided by the common denominator?
Yeah.
The common denominator is the total membership.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing.
Right.
That's why it flips around like that on that little thing. So when we're talking about the common denominator, we're talking about measuring divided by total members. What you got?
I'm just actually watching what you're saying.
Oh, yeah.
Here, so I can understand it better.
Right. So okay. So you agree. You're one. So let's say we're just two separate humans, right? Two homos, right? You're 1/250 millionth. I see that you don't like being called a homo. There was a reaction. Did you know that?
I was just thinking about it and laughing to myself. Go ahead.
Laughing. You were starting to vomit a little bit.
I mean, so maybe that's the same mechanism.
No, you're homophobic, and that's okay. A lot of people are. They don't realize they're homos. They're animals, greasy. We're crawling around on the. Look at this. I'm addicted to alcoholic substances.
Theoretically.
So, meanwhile, we were talking about what? Sleestack?
So the membership.
RQ, membership, common denominator. Okay, so you, by yourself, say something. You're 1/250 millionth of America. Right? So if you say something, 1/250 millionth of America has just spoken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can see that. So when I speak, 1/250 millionth of America, if I say apple salad is delicious, I've said that. If you say apple salad is delicious separately, and on the other side of the planet, so we both have agreed to that, right?
Yeah.
So so that's how that works.
Yeah. Just to clarify, you're saying 250 millionth because we were saying like all adults.
Adult Americans are 250 million.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the number we want to be dividing by. So that's how that works.
Okay.
And that's the magic, part of the magic. So part of the magic is also not just that enemies can now agree and find agreement on things. Because once that happens, then they're like, oh, well, holy shit. I mean, we needed them to get that pass.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was great. I mean, once you have a dozen or 24 scenarios where you like feel really good about these enemies,
right?
It affects you. It affects the incentive.
Well, what's interesting is it seems like what you're saying is not something I had actually anticipated because I had thought that there might be some visibility there. But you're saying we'd say these things independently. We wouldn't necessarily even actually have to be like in the same room kind of thing, or even know that the other person had done so. It would just be more like it happened, and that was the outcome, and you wouldn't have to care that you happened to agree with your mortal enemy in so many other ways because you agreed on X. So yeah, there's something to that.
Yeah. Okay, we're moving forward. Okay, so on the last show, this is really slow moving. What?
I'm just worried about what's happening. Here we go.
Oh. Oh yeah, Dubs said first mover advantage. Did we already talk about this?
No.
Oh, okay, good. So when we brought up the chat board, you said, would there? Okay, hold on. This is what we need to talk about because like I'll have like an aneurysm or something where I'm not like I don't know, I forget what I'm saying or talking about. Right? Have you experienced that on the show?
I mean, I've certainly not known what I'm talking about. So yeah.
Oh no, me. Have you experienced me, Beau, not?
I mean, I can recall you maybe not remembering a particular piece of things, but I think it's more often than I don't remember. So go ahead.
So this was a scenario where you were saying something, and I was like, I don't want to, I guess when it's a live show, you're like kind of go, your judgment call, you go, I guess I'm just going to go move forward. Mm-hmm. But you were saying something, I was like, oh, that sounds great. And it could have been, you were like, let's slaughter all the kindergartners. I'm like, okay, sure. Sounds good. I didn't really understand you, but you were saying first mover advantage. Do you know what that is?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh God, what? Talk to me.
Oh, so wait. Oh, so that maybe I hadn't explained what that meant. Like, I think they talk about it a lot with like the social media groups. Like, when you get there first, you get the common. So, like, if you're Facebook or you're, MySpace, I guess in the time, right? Like, there's a value to being there first for something, even if you're not the best. If you get there first, you get enough like mind share. It's really hard to unseat that entity because they have this embedded connection. Especially with something like MySpace and Facebook, because like you have friends, I can't just translate the friends that I have into another system over here, and they have all this history of pictures and communication. So
they have a natural advantage, or are you saying there's a special built-in advantage?
Well, it's just that I think if you're there first, you get the ability to establish all this history,
right? And
so that makes you harder to unseat.
Oh, you're saying just in general with everything in life, first mover advantage?
Yeah,
of course. Well, there's always, so that would totally apply. And that's what I mean. That's why I went to the right. I was like, conservatives, hey guys, let's form a board. And they have no interest. Fuck you, retard. And you're just a dumb, okay, sorry. Okay, I guess we'll just get the communists involved. If that's what it has to be, then so be it, because it makes people better. It makes groups of people better, So then I'll improve the communists as they dominate and influence the entire process of the war for all eternity,
Yeah. I'm struggling to recall the context here for this particular phrase, but I'm wondering why was I concerned about first mover advantage?
Oh, for chat, specifically for chat?
Yeah.
Just because, you get your degenerates that get in there first.
Yeah, maybe that's part of it.
Right? You're going to be a warped person that gets like Emaru started a thing like you're the first guy. You're like, okay, well, you're probably unhealthy. You have probably an unhealthy attraction to Emaru for one. I mean, just that kind of natural thing, right?
Sure.
But on the other hand, those things don't work as well. Or those people, they form the boar over here, and then people form a real boar.
Yeah, you'll think,
and they left to the.
Maybe, but I think there's something to the first mover advantage. Just like any person that starts a random group, that when you come in and you're like, hey, I want to join a group associated with my favorite gal here, maybe I'll pick the only one that exists, and rather than start my own, and then you join. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Just maybe there's I don't know that there's an answer to the problem, but it just seems like a concern.
But it's a reality, so face it. I mean, let's go. Be the first mover. Start forming the board. Be a part of that.
Ooh, retaliation.
Remember how we were saying we need to have a word for retaliating before the fact or whatever?
Oh yeah, pre-retaliation kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess you figured it out. Retaliation.
Oh,
right? Why did we think of that?
Yeah.
Retaliation. It's so obvious. Oh, that's Israel. We retaliated because Israel was going to be attacked for attacking first. Firehouse Subs. Remember I was talking about Firehouse Subs and I kind of went off into oblivion?
I kind of remember, yeah.
It went down the bow hole. Firehouse Subs. Oh, that whole point was I imprint a restaurants. At Black Eyed Pea, I get the pot roast. I must get that now. At Firehouse Subs, it was randomly in New Orleans or in Florida. I was like, I'm never going to be here again. I'll take an Italian sub. So I tried the Italian, and then now whenever I go to Firehouse, I have to get an Italian. Nothing at Firehouse tastes good. So psychologically, I don't know what's going on with me. So that's
Well, I mean, Italian subs are great, so maybe that's just it. You just discovered something better randomly.
right. So yeah, obviously I discovered an Italian sub. They did it right, and so there's something about my imprinting is higher, is stronger. I think.
That you're more readily able to swap to something new if you're just like, I tried something once and it's fantastic, so that's all I
But then
want.
not once I've already imprinted, because
Okay.
now I can't swap to a new. But so it's imprinting, not swap. It's not about swapping.
Yeah, but you said you had a previous sub that you loved, right?
I normally get like a club kind of thing with roast beef. Roast beef or turkey's fine, and
Right.
ham, but I don't ever get like pepperonis and Italian things,
Yeah. I'm torn here because I'm so personally biased about how much I like certain Italian sandwiches that I think that maybe you just discovered the true path. But maybe it's more like you.
Have you been to Firehouse and had an Italian?
I haven't actually.
There
No.
you go. So then maybe you need to try that. Because
I probably
we
do.
talked about it,
Yeah.
'cause-
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so, and their sandwiches, burp, 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 they get smaller because of shrinkflation.
Yeah.
Literally with the bread.
Well, maybe that's good for us though. I mean, we eat some ridiculous subs, right? Like they shouldn't be like a foot long. That's ridiculous. Like no one needs a foot
So the
of
portions,
food.
there's an issue with portions. I wish there was a way we could psychologically believe there's more amount of food there. Like we visually see a larger plate.
Right. Get some glasses that just like
Right.
blow it up.
Or it's just in our contact, in our, brain implants,
Yeah.
just.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's like techniques
God,
for that.
I ate all of that. That's amazing.
There's techniques for that, right? Just more mastication and just like, ways of like really being present for the eating of the thing. Like there's ways to like, I don't want to say trick, but just like really make yourself aware.
Yeah, and if food is healthier if you eat with other people and you're having fun,
Oh, is that true?
as opposed to like hating each other. That's what I've heard. But that was in the 90s. I heard that. So
Yeah. I mean, I want to buy it, but I
yeah, but everything in the 90s was disproven. Women are men. Women can have peenies. It's okay. Okay, so what you said was 5% is significant, and that's fascist propaganda.
Okay.
So try to understand that when you jack this number up, because I had a City of Austin employee tell me that 20% of people can be just ignored. They're crazy. 20%.
That's pretty high.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's 50 million Americans.
Yeah.
50 million Americans are absolutely livid over something. Oh, that's just 50 million.
Yeah. I mean, I'm torn. I think I'm in between. I think that 5% is too small, but 20% is too high. But like I would say, like if you ask anyone randomly, like, do you believe that Americans have some, let's say, they have physical evidence of aliens somewhere? I bet it's something over 10%. What do you think?
That 10% of people would think that we have evidence of aliens?
Physical evidence of
I would say
aliens.
over 10% would think that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's say that, but let's think. I mean,
Yeah. But I think that that's probably not true. I think it's almost certainly not true, because if we had it, surely someone would have leaked it and we would have some kind of evidence of it. But I think that people believe all kinds of crazy things, and I think that we should have some pretty, I think, encompassing views of this. So like, hey, people believe all kinds of crazy things, and we're gonna just like build that into our models of like human behavior. People believe crazy things in general, and yeah, I don't love it, but I just feel like that's where we're at. But I feel like maybe I've like well, what do you think? Do you believe we have physical evidence of aliens that we haven't released somewhere or something?
Yeah, I don't know. But also the issue is like when you say think, believe, know, like these
Right.
are words people use to different levels.
For sure.
And so, I think there could be something, that's how people think
Well,
when I use that word.
Ooh, I think there could be. That's a different phrasing. So yeah. Well, that's part of the whole thing. Is like phrasing is very important.
I think he's a good guy. I mean, when you say that,
Right, yeah.
you're kind of implying this.
Yeah. So maybe I phrase it more strongly. Like, do you feel certain that the government has evidence of aliens that they are not releasing?
Do I feel certain that the government has alien information that it's not releasing?
Not evidence of aliens, physical evidence of aliens that they're not releasing.
The way you phrased it, I'd have to say yes.
Okay. So you're
There's evidence because we're back to this Magnolia argument. Do you remember Magnolia? I was screaming at you, like top of my voice, screaming at you about how insane you were in the middle of Magnolia, right in the middle of on Congress.
I definitely remember the place, but I don't remember the interaction. So no, what was
Sarah was there, and so
man, this is way back. Okay, like what were we?
It was you were claiming that a planet. You'll remember this. So a planet was so if we came across a planet and we land on it, there's a cabin in the woods of this wooded area, and there's a coffee brewing on the stove, and there's a thing meats on the spit, and everything's there. You're like, that's you were saying that there was not evidence of intelligent life.
Interesting. I feel like I should. I wish I could go back and defend myself here, because I don't feel the same way now hearing it phrased that way.
But there was an issue with the word proof and evidence. You were thinking evidence was proof, and that's totally different. So that's not like illogical of you. You just were thinking, because we slip into thinking evidence is proof.
Yeah, but I mean that's pretty strong evidence. The only counter evidence would be like there's a human there instead of a alien, right?
Right. There were no humans. That was the whole point. But yeah. I backed you into that corner of like, you were so confident in this whole concept that you're like, yeah, there's a cup of coffee brewing, and this is here, and this quilt is halfway done, and you're like, it was like every possible. I was like, okay, and then it became insane. And then that's when I started like, okay, you're wrong, and you know it. There's no fucking way. You're wrong. Was I standing up? I feel like I was standing up.
I don't remember this interaction, so you're cracking me up. I'm wondering about this. And Magnolia?
Yeah, I kind of want to like go and reenact it, especially now because they're starting to open up 24 hours.
Okay.
And they're not really that active. But we could go in and like tell people. They'd be cool with it. Like, okay. I mean, you actually could tell people we're just reenacting an argument.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
That makes total sense in Austin.
That was pretty great. I wish I had any recollection of that actually.
I know someone else was there, and it had to be Sarah. Because, yeah, I think she was like talking to me about it afterwards. Maybe that's why I remember it, and maybe that's another factor of why we have women in our lives. Like, oh yeah, you remember you were like punching that tree? Yeah, that's why your knuckles are bloody. You were punching the fuck out of that tree like a psycho. Oh, wow. You're right. You're helping me understand what the hell just happened. Oh, wait, I was yelling at my friend? Like he was a psycho? But that conversation made me realize, okay, so I need to kind of have a heads up if I care about someone. Because I've been imagining myself like doing live streams with people, right? Mm-hmm. And there are people that I care about. And I kind of want to, I've always imagined like, oh, hey, so I care about you. So all I know is I could unleash holy hell on you, because you care. Like if you're someone's like a brother to you, you don't hold back.
Yeah.
There's like, no, you're being retarded. That's gonna fuck your shit. You're like, they're fucking their own stuff up. Yeah. You're stopping them from thinking this crazy thing. You don't think this. That's the whole point. And that again is so now you recognize it. Anyway, that's how it is with everybody. It's like, I tell them like, okay, you're actually in the future gonna not agree with yourself, and they don't like that at all. And I've had actually several relationships, go sour because I'm like explaining to them like, this is what you're doing is appropriate.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Like, I'd be really curious to go back and like understand the nuance of like. Surely there was some nuance there, but like the way you describe it, I feel like I didn't have any defensible way to.
Right.
That's probably what I'm saying. But
and then it came down to a semantic issue that didn't matter anyway. I mean, because that's basically like, so that's also an example of me. Did I understand that earlier, and I could have resolved that, and then I set you up to like, oh, what about there's a handmade thing, table mat, and I get you through all these things to like, am I trying to trap you like we were talking about? You were trying to win the debate,
right?
Was I trying to win the debate instead of saying, oh wait, are you talking about evidence versus proof?
Right. Yeah. But I mean that's a common like way to hash out like a difference though, right? Like it's like let's specify, let's like get more granular on what we're trying to talk about. So that seems to me like a reasonable thing to do. But I do think maybe that is the right answer. Like sometimes like definitional kind of thing, right? Are we talking about evidence or proof?
Yeah. So okay, what's your reflection on that? Do you feel like that?
I just wish I could goddamn remember what it was.
Oh, because what if I'm making that up?
Well, I don't think you're making it up. I just don't recall it, and that's what like makes me sad.
Yeah, it doesn't make you look good, does it?
I mean, it's common for me to like have that as like
Do we need a shaming for me to balance it out?
No.
There's plenty of things to shame me. I mean,
No, we don't.
You take any day of the week.
No,
I wanted to get like I'm going to make screenshots of my alcohol usage is out of control. How much do you think my average in the last like 30 days is?
Oh gosh. Let's say
how many drinks per day?
7 drinks a day.
Okay, 5. So
5? Okay, so that's yeah.
Yeah, but for a guy who's got his shit together, he doesn't have a job, he's not doing anything else. He really like he's leaving. I'm renewing, right? I'm renewing. Like I'm getting out of this apartment. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this is happening. Like I'm at my last 100 days. Like I could be homeless. Not even a joke. I could be homeless for all I know. And I'm renewing. I mean, yeah.
But I think what I reflect on, maybe that's my own alcoholism kind of being problematic here. Like our founding fathers, they used to drink a fuck ton, and like so I think of them, and like they seem to have their stuff together. So like maybe don't be so judgmental.
So the podcast we really want to go back in time and record is Thomas Jefferson at Monticello. He would have we toured it. My brother JR got me and his son. We went to New York. Wait, we didn't go to New York. We talked about it. That was crazy. But anyway, so we went to DC, did a whole tour with his eldest son, and went to all these different places. Jefferson's, Monticello, and also what's his places? Madison, his house.
Yeah.
And so, because they're all there or whatever. Anyway, so what the hell was I going to say about? Oh, he had a thing where he would ring a bell and they would bring another bottle of wine down there was a wine elevator from above or below or whatever.
Right.
I guess below. And so he didn't have to have any slaves in the room invading the conversation.
Sure.
He just had to push a button basically.
Yeah.
And he got a new wine bottle.
Yeah.
So those guys could get intoxicated to oblivion,
right?
Easily,
yeah. And not even like have to stand up and open a new bottle, right? Like they just had,
like, there.
Yeah.
Like it's table service, but nobody's listening, so you can have high level, crap.
Mm-hmm.
He hated being a president. He didn't put that on any of his stuff. I don't think he included it like on his gravestone or anything.
Yeah.
He's like, that was whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That happened.
Right. I think in general, it was not nearly as important as the other stuff they did, right? Like, founding the country was way more important than administering it for a term.
Yeah, but first of all, the Louisiana Purchase was a strong, but that was an overstep in authority, right? You know about that, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell is this? That got us into this debt bubble, the whole thing. It's like, we'll start it off. Yeah, the president can easily just buy a bunch of things because he felt like it.
Right. No, that was a steal, right? Like, it was actually great for us, but yeah,
he had to do it. How would he not do it?
Yeah.
That would be such a failure.
Same way for Lincoln, right? He did so many things that were just like wrong, abstractly, but were necessary at the time for keeping the country functioning. So
Okay, so already you're saying so Lincoln needed to attack because the Confederacy fucked that whole thing up, man. They could have done this in a more peaceful way, but they took over the federal stuff. The very first Bloodchild or whatever attack.
I'm trying to think.
They attacked some island fort off
not-
of Virginia or
I'm
something.
not familiar with that. I don't guess.
Basically, like the Confederacy said, we're leaving the Union. We own everything that used to be whatever yours. It's
Yeah.
all ours now. And they went into a federal fort, which is different than a state fort. So there's different legal things, right?
Okay. Yeah,
So
I'm not
this-
familiar with this. Okay.
You're familiar. You're familiar with.
I'm not familiar with this.
yeah.
So this is new to me. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a federal fort. They could have abandoned it, which is what I would have done strategically.
Mhm.
Said, okay, that's federal. Oh, I'm sorry, you got that, I guess. I mean, you don't want to give it up, but you also don't want to start a war. You're not ready to, but they're all cocked up on piss and vinegar, these fucking retards, right? They're just ready to fight a fucking war. They're all Southerner retards.
Oh, you're talking about the South then. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all just like, wait, we can kick anyone's ass. And just like, what?
Yeah.
Can you think strategically? Nope, you can't. And so there we go. They made a fucking thing, and then they could have made it to where he had to draw draw a foul. I mean,
I
they
see what
could
you're
have
saying. Yeah.
they could have drawn the foul.
Yeah. No, but they were kind of itching for a war, right?
Yes!
So, yeah.
That's what I mean. They see
Yeah.
idiots. They don't know that's the same with the conservatives and the Republicans. They think, they think we won the war with the woke, and like it's not over at all.
Yeah.
Where do you think we are with woke? Do you think woke is?
I feel like it's so it took a beating. I think we are not where we were, but I mean the company I work for is still pretty woke, and they are like leaning in still in the same way that like they're kind of like, no, we're not giving up every woke idea we had, and I think that's probably true more broadly. So I think it's like, I don't want to say it's latent, but it's like I think it's diminished, but it's still strong.
Yeah. It's super strong. It's every institution, and but the weird thing is, like all of my my family, they have just adopted this. They've just lived this life that the woke is now a reality to them.
Yeah.
Not not women having penis, but everything else. They forgot, like the Overton window. They didn't realize.
Yeah. Well, I think that maybe part of that is like not everything woke was wrong, right? Maybe it's just like there were elements of woke that were maybe worth doing, but just got so far beyond the pale that we had this.
Oh, all
direction.
woke is good. Yeah, the fascism, bad fascism is not dangerous at all. Good fascism is dangerous.
I don't think it'd be a fascist to have like some woke ideas, right? You could have some that are like
Yeah. If they're bad fascists, that's not. Well, no, that's the problem. These good ideas are dangerous. That we should have egalitarian outcomes. This is a really dangerous concept.
I mean, what's weird is, I think I probably agree with you like 95% of the way on this, but I do think that there's something to be said for if you have historic wrongs that you're trying to correct where things were very unbalanced.
Untrack me. The fuck is, what's the word? Let me out of my prison. What is it called?
You're
being
talking about a scene?
I'm being tracked. It's tracking me. The thing is, I like the damn form. I would like to know where I am on the screen and not have Tiny make decisions for me. Thanks, Tiny. Although everything is great in Tiny.
What's funny is it was not obvious until you stood up and moved around that it was actually doing that, because it just like.
Well, because it's supposed to show, Homer and common denominator and what's her name? What is her?
What is her name? I mean, just beautiful to me. Like that's just beauty.
But that itself is misogynist. Okay, position 1, so everyone knows what we're talking about. Position 1, Tony. You do it right now. Do what I asked you.
I think maybe it's there. Yeah.
See, you gotta. It's like Tiny. Position 1.
It's
You got to
funny.
dominate.
What's funny is it was already doing it. Oh wait, no, it just moved. Okay, I'm wrong.
Okay, let's get up in here. Oh, the focus is weird too, because like when I had it over there, like I was out of focus and everything else was in focus. Everything within the keyboard was in focus, but I was like, "Are you doing this? Are you fucking with me, Tiny? Are you fucking with me?" But actually, it's better. It's kind of like a pet that I can track me. Oh shit! That just happened. Oh god, it's gonna track me. It's so fun to deal with this thing, you know?
Speak for yourself.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's not fun to anyone watching. Okay, so what are we doing? Come on, we got things
next?
to do.
What's next? What we got?
Okay, union.
Oh, that spelling's awful.
So this is an old note I had. This is the kind of conversation I would like to have with people. Oh, come. Position 1. Were you pointing that out to me and I ignored it?
No,
Okay.
I missed it.
Yeah, maybe I need a monitor in front of me. Okay, so anonymous people can join, but you have to add them as officially a member before their votes are. So look, the idea is there's a website where you can create a group and you can add people to the group and then you start measuring RQ because no one's measuring RQ. That's the problem.
You add them or they add themselves?
Oh, if it's anonymous, someone has to add them because what's the point? But then, because we don't want just random.
So you approve it, or you literally have to go and like, hey, I'm bringing you into the fold. I'm adding you to the thing.
Yeah, you as a verified member can bring an anon because you're saying I know this person's, and so it's just for your feed of your voting feed.
Got it.
You're trying to keep track of RQ of everything.
Okay.
Here's what's important. Okay, so when we talk about like how do people organize, what is the fundamental thing? We talk about sex and the desire for, to be with the opposite sex and engage. So there's a desire to engage with people for dating purposes, but a functional thing is what is the rhythm that people should intoxicate themselves? What are you thinking?
I mean, I think we probably have some historic like norms there, right? I think typically like 1 or 2 drinks for a meal kind of thing.
Okay, we're not doing historical legacy anything on this show ever, unless you wanted to. Of course, it's Beau and Dubs.
I'm kind of conservative. I feel like there's some reasons you wouldn't tear down that fence, that Chesterton fence, but you tell me.
Okay, you want to look at what people did in the past. That's
right.
one thing.
Yeah.
No, okay, but I would say yes. Of course, you look at that, but you include that and you study it, and each person goes, I think my conclusion is this. So the output is what I'm looking for,
okay,
not the input. So yeah, everyone should study the past, but what is the output? What do you say is the rhythm with various substances or alcohol? How often should people and how much should people drink alcohol? What do you think?
Well, so like I tend to think there's maybe like 1 or 2 drinks a day is kind of like the idea that one should follow. Like I think there's different variations. I drink more than that, but I think that that's what people probably should drink, and typically with meals. And yeah, maybe anything over 5 is questionable. Maybe that's more like special occasion type things.
Yeah, technically that's binge drinking. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm going back to the founders kind of, I'm leaning on that as a baseline.
Yeah. And 5 drinks is not, permanent or whatever. Okay, so here we go. So the thing is, we could get this information from each person, what they really think about each intoxication. And this would be like a kind of a map about, like for each drug, like how much should you do? Like what's your ideal? First of all, and then we could group this way, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're like a daily drinker, which I was actually originally thinking what rhythm? Yeah, so I was thinking the rhythm, right? But rhythms would be like it would be technically every other day. You can't have every day. That's not a rhythm, but I guess it is a rhythm.
It's a 1-1 beat, right?
Yeah, it's just So I mean, I guess it is a real thing, but I would say that the most you should do any kind of intoxication thing is every other day. That sounds like ideal.
It probably matters on the quantity, right? Because I think you have like a lot of old ladies that have lived to be 95 that have like their glass of wine every night before they go to bed or whatever kind of thing. And that's hard for me to think like, no, you're a daily user, you're using too much kind of thing. But I think the amount matters, but I think in general that's probably right.
So yeah, we're missing then if there's a lady that drinks a glass of wine every night, that we might be missing that that's not a that's a I don't know, that's medicine or something. It's not even a rhythm. It's not even off the ground because she's not experiencing. I guess one drink of wine a night you'd experience.
I mean, it might depend, I guess, probably on how much like body mass they have or whatever. But I'm thinking in general, typically you wouldn't feel a whole lot from one glass of wine a night. But,
right. So you wouldn't feel it. So that isn't. So if you're not feeling the effects, that's not the intoxication aspect that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because one aspect is like the poison, the damage it does to your body.
Yeah, but the poison's like dependent on the dose, right?
Yeah. But if we're measuring two different things, one thing is like how much it destroys your body, and then or your functioning or whatever, and then the other is like the other or whatever. Okay, so what are the axes to measure? Do you want to go back to that?
I mean, I'd be curious. What are you thinking of the axes? Oh, do you want to go back to this? Oh, what did you have?
Okay, no, let's forget this. Okay. So what are the axes to measure? Yeah. So that is really the question. Oh, what mine are? I think I have put some in here. Oh, here's some stupid website. It had like 12 different things.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm like, God, it's just like you just.
What is the fucking bioconservative?
Yeah, it's like they got AI to determine. I know this kind of stuff was before AI, but it's just ludicrous.
Well, that's interesting.
Bioconservative, isn't that stupid?
I mean, I don't know. It's all stupid. I think bioconservative is stupid just
because they're like combining different things, like bio. I mean, just like conservative or not. Like, so what I would say is there's liberty, authority. You're conservative or progressive. You want to stay the same where we are now, or you want to move forward.
Right.
And so these are functional big things. Like you want freedom or not freedom. Mm-hmm. But
yeah. Well, what's interesting though is I think a lot of folks would put authority more on. Well, maybe not. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's a good grouping.
Yeah, I don't know if it's authority or.
No, I think that's actually kind of. It's funny though because I think like the word authority itself. In some of the studies I can recall having read, they would talk about that more as being a conservative kind of thing, right? But I think progressives certainly have the same sort of predilection to want the government to be able to determine the rules, kind of thing.
Yeah. It's very subtle. Alrighty, and we're moving along. Okay. When the encore, so look, Brian and I saw a concert at Mohawk.
Yeah,
familiar?
I am.
Look, when the encore's over, just say goodbye and that's it. I think. When you start to give a speech after the encore, that doesn't make any sense, right?
When the encore is over, say only a salutation. Yes.
Yeah. Because I think they misunderstood the whole concept. Like, after the encore, everyone is ready to go. I mean,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
There's no sticking around for
Right.
inspirational.
The whole thing is a strange ritual, right? Because it's like you put on a show, and like it was over, but now we're all going to play another song because it's like almost like this is tradition now. Like, like because we would feel bad if we didn't ask you to do an encore, like because it's almost like we didn't appreciate the show.
Right.
But then also, they want to put on. They would like to go, but they also they feel obligated to do it. So I feel like both sides are like, oh gosh, we have to do this encore thing. It's very awkward, I think.
Right.
I don't think we shouldn't do encores at all. Like, nope.
Oh yeah, we can work towards that. So there you go. See, if you could form a board, then we could like get towards that understanding.
Yeah.
And we would move towards that. We would get there.
A more perfect show. Yeah.
What about if you're drunk? So in Texas it's DWI. Other places, other states is DUI. So what about the option to give your car away
to avoid any investigation? That feels
brilliant.
Questionable.
Feels brilliant is what it feels.
Like give away to whom? Like your daughter?
No, the state.
Oh, okay. So you give your car to the state to avoid.
I am abandoning this car, officer.
Right.
I'm not a driver. I have nothing to do with this car.
I mean, maybe if you have not done anything dangerous yet.
Of course, yeah. I mean, if you've committed a crime, you killed somebody, and you're driving drunk. No, that's a different.
Okay, this is only suspicion of a DWI. So you haven't yet done anything that is provably
exactly
illegal. Okay.
The cops benefit because they're like, we don't have to investigate and gamble whether this is going to work or not. He's just handing over his car. Everything in it.
Part of me thinks that doesn't sound the worst. I don't feel like a lot of people would be in. I feel like people would. People would just get in their crappy cars and go drunk drive. Then, well, your car's crappy. Let's go.
Right. You got to drive your shittiest car to go drunk. Oh my God, that's obviously how it would work. It would be a resale value. I mean, the resale market on these old cars is just skyrocket.
Right? Yeah. I need to get my backup in case I have to just abandon.
Oh my God!
The girl you pick up the bar, like, look, this is just my this is my lever for in case I get caught. So.
Okay. Do you know I have? Have you ever driven in the Capitol grounds?
No.
You don't remember? You were never able to drive there before they closed it down?
No.
Because around the Capitol, that used to be a street.
Yeah, I think maybe I've driven in the area, but I don't think I ever went in there. I think I was just kind of like, that doesn't look like a place I want to go.
Right.
So.
Now, me and my friend drove around, and we were smoking a cigarette of a certain type. And that was like crazy. Like, why are we doing this?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to just right around the Capitol?
Right. It's kind of just like giving your middle fingers to the authority, right? Like,
no, not me. I'm not giving. I'm just giving number ones to the authority. But yeah, I mean, that's how it would be interpreted as a negative. But in reality, it's so people push limits. That's a natural homo experience.
Yeah.
So people don't realize, that's where the problem with women. They don't realize people are pushing limits. That women don't want to punish anything, but they're like, hold on.
Gotcha.
These entities that we're raising and dealing with, they're trying to push limits. You need to tell them where the limits are.
Right.
So maybe women have a problem with boundaries more. I mean, I don't even know if that goes that far or whatever.
Yeah.
But I have a friend who got her pulled over at the Capitol. He was going the wrong way on the road.
Yeah.
He was like, it's just a quick cut through. He's going the wrong way at the Capitol. Which today would be like, you would make the news.
I was going to say, SWAT team would have
the SWAT team would be all over you today because you're not allowed to drive there. But, oh my God, it's fucking amazing. How do you accidentally... Anyway.
Yeah, that's a real mistake there.
Yeah, because they definitely will investigate that one.
Yeah. Oh,
God. So getting rid of a car. Oh, my God. Why didn't I talk about the car thing? It's insane, dude.
Okay, so this is a callback to the
Car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah, no.
Okay, so my brother gave me the car,
Yeah.
and okay, so we get it hooked up and fixed. The guy's awesome. I'm giving him extra money. I'm tipping him because he's going above and beyond. We're getting all kinds of stuff done, and I'm realizing, oh my God, yeah, there's a piece of wire sticking out of one of the back tires. I'm like, yeah, there are a lot of problems with this car. He's like, okay, keep it running for an hour to make sure the battery's charged, and then we'll see if we can get it up to par. Because I think I left a light on for 3 months, so it drained the battery to hell.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we got everything up and running. I take it to HEB. I'm at HEB, and I'm like fussing with trying to get it to, because I'm trying to keep it running while I go inside.
Right.
And I can't lock the doors, and no matter what, I can't lock it. Even if I leave the keys inside, I take the tiny part of the key out, the key part, and I leave the fob in. And I'm like, wait, it still won't let me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell's going on? Who's in charge? The homo, the homo, or who's master to be all right? Who's master? That is the question.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily, I'm figuring out what's going on with all this, and out of the hood comes steam and starts spewing out. I'm like, what? Okay, first of all, this is great that this happened with me watching this,
Right?
And not in there looking at, well, what can I should get eggs or the eggs with omega or eggs without omega? Who knows what? My car's melting down literally,
Right.
and I'm like, so I immediately turn it off and immediately realize, okay, that's it, we're done. I'm done because $11,000 I spent on the last car.
Right.
I am done. We're not doing spewing anything.
Leaving it, yeah.
No fluids are spewing in my world.
Yeah.
Oh God. But so I called this guy because he's a junkyard on Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
You know about it, that place, right?
Which, like, Lamar what?
Oh shit. It's just south of Stastny, or maybe north of Stastny. It's north of Stastny, I think.
Okay. Okay. No, the one I'm thinking of is in Congress. The one's
Congress. I'm sorry. What did I say? South first?
Yeah.
Oh, Congress.
Yeah, it's south of William Cannon there, right on the. Yeah.
Oh no, north of William Cannon for sure.
Okay. The one I'm thinking of is between Slaughter and William Cannon.
And it's a junkyard?
Yeah.
Wow. So this is like a regular junk. I gave another car there back in the day. But this dude calls and he's like, all business. I love this kind of, this kind of character, right? And it's like, what? And I'm like, how much you want for it? I'm like, because we were talking about like the title, how to get the title. We have to get the title.
Right.
So it's about how hard it is to get rid of a fucking car, right? I'm trying to I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
You got to get the title and find the title, and then meanwhile the title's not good enough, and this and that, and so and it's a super complex thing with the brother and the divorce and all that. So the titles and everybody's names and all this and that. And divorce is crazy, and no one should get married. Or should anyone get married? Should men get married? What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, they should get married. So this body of a representatives is debatable, is disputed. Men should not be married right now in this scenario. In fact, get divorced immediately. Do you know, like, I had some rich guy Uber riders, and they were talking about how, he's a good attorney. You want to get him. They were telling each other which attorneys to like pay $500 to get a little down payment to kind of start things with him, so that their wives could not get that divorce attorney.
Gotcha.
You see, like, yeah, you see, like how the ultra wealthy work. They secure a deal with, because you can't represent her because you're already representing me. Remember, I'm all of these, every single attorney in the vicinity in 18 counties is representing me.
Bought him out. Oh my God, that's awesome.
That's amazing.
That is awesome. That's pretty funny.
Oh God, Ubering was so fun. Unbelievable. Okay, so what I was talking about some shit.
Getting rid of a car? titles.
The conclusion of it, yeah, this place, dude, we should go there. It's so surreal. You go in the office, there's like stuff stacked up. Everyone's got tattoos. People are, oh no, so we didn't get there. So like I call the guy and he's like, what do you, he's like, how much you want for it? And it's like a character voice, right? And well, just 200? I was like, yeah, because if you're asking how much, I'm like, 200? He was like, I'll give you 500 for it. And so immediately he goes 500, and I'm immediately thinking, oh, well, I kind of screwed up with the lowballing of 200 if he's just throwing out 500.
Right.
But then on the other hand, you know, this is good. We got this guy wanting this car, and we don't want to let this go at all. So it was actually brilliant. Of his psychological approach to me was brilliant, because I was like immediately, okay, I'm on board. You're gonna go through 500. You want the car? Hold on.
Right.
So that's his. Maybe that's the game. You know, it's like you're thinking of giving it away. I want the car. You know, and it totally throws you off. Like, yeah, oh, good, thank God, get out of there.
Yeah.
And it was a perfectly good car, right? So
yeah.
So the guy comes to pick it up, and it's in the HEB parking garage because of the goddamn way that they set that up. So I have to drive it down for the guy to get it. And when I drive it down, I'm like, oh my God, this car is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It just had too much of whatever.
It was overheated or something?
No, it just had too much water in the thing, maybe, you know. Or the guy just put some fluid. It had been dead for 4 months, and for resuscitating a car,
right?
It coughs a few times. I'm like, oh, kill it.
Right,
No, get it out. Ship it out. It coughed.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, it just coughed up some extra fluid it didn't need.
So you gave away a drivable running car for $500?
Not just, I mean, just a wonderful car.
Yeah.
Like an Accord, top of the line, leather seats.
Oh man,
like an extra, it's like an extra badass kind of type of Accord.
Right.
2015, a year that is Accord's positive. I already know that for a fact.
Yeah.
If you're looking at cars, used cars, 2015 is a good year. So for Accords, and like, not only that, it's a top of the line type of car, and you know, high mileage, but maybe just $250 million. Wait, no, $250,000 miles.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of miles, but still, $500. That's pretty good. I mean, Honda just has really good, like in general, well thought of.
Yeah, it was great. But anyway, I go down there, and then it's chaos with the title, and he's like, "Oh, you screwed the title up. It's all about it." You know? And it's just character. Everyone's a character.
Does it literally have like an Italian accent, or?
No, I feel like he was Egyptian. I did not bring it up because I didn't want to throw anything off, because you never know. You're like, oh, are you Egyptian? And like, fuck Egyptians, you know, who knows, right? But I felt like I was there on the Nile, like haggling Egyptian products.
Okay.
It was awesome. And it's like, oh God, whoever this guy is amazing. He just, the way it's like just so real. You know, that's the reality of capitalism, or what? The free market?
Yeah.
I want this, you want that. You know, he's not trying to destroy you.
No.
Because
he's making out pretty well. So he's like,
he's
let's
trying to make money. Yeah. He's going to profit. But he wants to take care of you to some extent, in a way, even though you don't know what you're doing necessarily.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Oh, so he had to lower it because it was like some kind of fee, or who knows what. This is the scam, right?
Yeah.
His wife goes, "Oh no, it's going to be $350."
Right. Oh well, I guess
it's not Italian, of course. Yeah. But and so he's like, "Hey, we're going to have to pay $350 for this," and I'm like, "Okay, sure, whatever." But anyway. It's hard to get rid of a car. If it was easier, I would have kept it. Okay, so the horse's mouth. Do you know where that phrase comes from?
Yeah. Well, I think I do. Like, well, the way I understand it is like when you would buy a horse, you'd look at the teeth, and so like that was kind of like the way to validate if there's a good horse or not. And then, like the way I understand it, right? Because like they say that don't look a gift horse in the mouth, like in the mouth, like. So that's the way I understand it. But that's all I know.
So you've you got some memories of horses and mouth and stuff, and you think it's counting the teeth in the mouth, but it's a medieval thing.
Okay.
It's like, so in medieval times, everyone was like so into the institution and the paperwork and what did the scriptures write? Well, and the ancient Dubs wrote about horses have this many teeth, and the ancient Beau wrote that this horses have this many teeth, and everyone's arguing, well, the Beau and the Dubs and this guy said this, and someone's like, hey, how about we go count how many teeth a horse has in an actual real life? You ever seen a horse, guys? You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's what that is.
Wait, so what are you saying?
People were arguing literally in an academic setting about how many teeth a horse has,
right?
Using the references as their arguments.
Oh, the history. Okay, got it.
And someone says, hey, how about my reference is actual, I'm going to go count how many teeth are in a horse's fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And so someone like, oh, wow, what? Science was more.
Gotcha. Okay, so that was kind of like, just go look at the answer kind of thing.
Go.
Okay.
But also it's a reference to the concept that people look at they're referencing references instead of referencing the actual thing.
Got it. Yeah.
So the realitarian is what I think we should be doing. Okay, so I think we should use this green for like stuff that's understood, like knowledge, science, and things that we understand about the world. So this would be like the 40 trillion cells in the body would be green, because maybe we should use that. But have you maybe not heard of this concept? But like, do you know how to teach other people how to do things?
I don't guess so.
In this sense, like there's basic concepts in teaching of like, so I do would be the modeling. The teacher models for the class. I show you, I'm doing this. Look at me. I'm clicking on Emaru and I'm zooming in on her face and I'm staring at her face. So then everyone learns, they learn how to click on Emaru and they stare at her face and they just sit there and stare at her. And good. And then you do is then, okay, can you do it by yourself? So we do is like guided practice.
Okay, got it.
Guided practice is the name of it that the lady, and I don't know the year. But I wonder if people need to know that, because that is a crucial thing, because I've experienced classes where they didn't do any of this crap. They're like to do public access at ACTV. They would tell you, because you go in and it's like just all these buttons and knobs and every goddamn thing you can imagine, right?
Yeah.
And so the guy goes, so you do this and this and this and this and this. So you got it right? You got it right? Okay, good. All right, we're done. And that was it. He didn't do the guided practice, or the you do. He didn't do the we do or the you do.
Right,
He just did the I do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many people show their kids something and they don't realize, wait a minute, I got to make sure you do it, show you how to do it yourself, and then stop and let you do it yourself entirely,
right?
Or to some extent until you fail so miserably, I got to step in, and then start over until you assess. Is assessment.
Yeah. No, I mean, that sounds like the right way to do it, but I think often we just do the one, if that. And
So that's crucial that everybody knows that. And that's one of those things. So you see that's very simple. It's like not complex. But that's crucial to understanding and teaching humans.
Right.
So it's the same thing with one-to-one representation. Like, all the answers to the universe, like they're very simple concepts, but like they have magical powers. You need to pay attention and see what the magic is. Do you ever see this 9 events of instruction up here?
I've seen it. I can't even read it from here, but
I can't remember who did this. I'm being tracked. Do you see that?
I did. Yep.
How often?
It's been doing it for a minute.
I don't even know. Okay. There was some zoom ins. Shit. God damn it. Okay. Anyway, so 9 events of instruction.
Okay.
This is some more in depth of that concept.
Right.
You want me to read it?
Not necessarily. No, I was just thinking like that's the sort of thing that like I appreciate that that's probably the right way to do it, but I don't know the underpinning of it. Like if I was more familiar with like, hey, this is well known as like the way you do it because of these studies or whatever. I think there's probably just some like foundational elements that would make me buy in more. Like, hey, this makes sense to me, but give me more reasoning
Oh, do you
why I
need
would
more?
do it.
Do you need more to buy into that? You're not already bought in?
I mean, I think it's a good idea and it makes sense to me, but I think that that's not the right way to approach a, surely we have studies that prove like, this is the format that we should use to teach people. So that's where I think having that underpinning for me would.
So something's going on with you where you wait to approve something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I mean. That's the
Yeah, I mean, I'm skeptical. Yeah, that's good. It's kind of me.
skeptical. Okay. So that's how you justify it. You say, I'm skeptical.
Right.
You're like, I'm just going to stare at a brick. I'm skeptical. I'm just going to drink alcohol all day. I'm skeptical.
I mean, so wait.
I don't think about anything. I'm just skeptical.
Well, it's not that I don't think about it. I just don't know that I trust my own judgment when
I know. I don't trust my judgment either. I'm skeptical.
What are you doing over there?
I'm sure that's you. There's a problem though with people. There's something going on in people's heads where they go, this might be a good idea, but there's like a hesitation or something. That's what I'm wondering about. What this hesitation?
I mean, I think that is well garnered. Like it's easy to like sell, hey, look, this is oil for snakes. That's great. This oil will keep snakes away.
Right.
Like, here's some snake oil. How about you have
Except if you actually could survive because of the snake oil, then you actually will die because of the hesitation of not getting the snake oil.
Right.
So those people who get the snake oil will be genetically prolific.
Clearly.
So that's what we need to do is basically like anyone who gets one-to-one representation, start replicating. Let's go. Just okay.
All right.
And then I'm thinking for mainstream media, it's blue.
I like that. It's a nice transition. Yeah.
Right. So, okay, Massie got primaried. This is the saddest thing in the world, but it's the reality that we all face that people in Kentucky should all be lined up and shot to death. Not serious, a joke. I have to realize I'm internet parent. And so, yes, a joke. I do not want to kill everybody in Kentucky. And anyone in Kentucky that gets killed is not part of anything I'm part of. Because, someone could easily go on a shooting spree in Kentucky, and there I am.
Yep.
Oh, well, actually, we get more than one viewer. There's some benefits, which is the dilemma of the whole.
Perverse incentive, yeah.
Yeah, perverse incentives. So what do you got to say about Massie?
I mean, I mean, he was one among many, right? Like Rafflesberger in Georgia got primaried. He was one of the few that was just kind of like, hey, we should not go dig up random votes to like give Trump Georgia. And like he like stood his ground, but was also very much a conservative and like did everything else except for not cheating on the election. He got primaried as well. Granted, he's going for governor, not for his prior
I've never
role.
heard of this guy, so that's great.
Yeah.
That's the perfect information I needed.
Yeah, check him out. Like, I mean, because he was like such a, to me, like just an honorable person that like did his job, but wouldn't cheat, but also was just like, hey, I don't buy into this other garbage, but I'm just going to follow the rules, and that in this case, this is what it is. But so he's out, and then of course, what was it? There's one other someone? No, not Ben. Anyway, another senator got ousted in the primary. For some reason, it was Massie. He's one of the few that voted against Trump for the January 6th impeachment thing. So that guy's out too. So pretty much anyone that had wronged Trump that I saw, there may have been like one outlier, got ousted within the primaries.
Yeah, I mean, it seems reasonable that you would do that because that's the way the legacy vengeance works, People have their own vengeance issues.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because in some ways it's against his own interest for Trump, right? Because like he's going to lose some of these. Like some of these people are terrible, and likewise, I think we'll see what happens in Texas. Have you heard that he endorsed what's his name? God, the extremely corrupt guy who's previously in there. Damn it, I forget his name. Anyway, so we have like our historic long-term senator,
Like Paxton or something?
yeah,
Or-
Paxton, and
Okay.
he's running against like our legacy senator. Had him for years. He was like a staunch Republican, never really crossed Trump on anything, really. He just wasn't like a subservient, obsequious kind of person, but like pure, like would vote with Trump on everything almost. But just like he wasn't quite as obsequious as Paxton, and Paxton got endorsed here, like in the last couple weeks or whatever. So we'll see if that happens to him as well. But it's just like he is ousting anyone that is just not the most like in line with his views, and like it'll be interesting to see if it works out for him, because if he loses some of these, like he could lose the Senate, and if that happens, like he will likely get impeached. So I don't know if that's what he's actually going for, but it's crazy that he's like, at least he thinks he has the ability to throw his weight around, even though he has like a historically low, well at least for him, historically low approval rating right now. It's like he's weaker than he's ever been, and
And
yet
this
he's.
approval rating was done by some scientific method of reality.
I mean,
reality
unless
based,
you don't think that it's ever been true that his approval rating was ever high and now it's low. But it's if you
No,
have
we
it
know
over time-
scientifically that it's impossible for him to have ever won the original election.
What are you talking about? Like in 2016?
Yeah,
I mean,
that was impossible for him to win. So we know that because of the polls.
he's had the polls
So-
over 50% in the past, but now he's like in the 30s. So this is low for him. I mean, he's not quite as low as we were sitting in the Nixon era kind of Watergate type stuff, but he's like pretty damn low, and it's not surprising, right? Given all the inflation, war, corruption. I mean, he really hasn't had much good news that I can think of.
Yeah, but that's an I mean, that's just it doesn't matter how low it is. It's like how high it is when you vote, because we go by only the most incompetent people.
Yeah. Though, I mean, it matters, like you said, when we vote, but like right now we're voting primaries, and right now he's not that popular, but he's still popular in the Republican Party. So he's weighing in and over there. But independents and Democrats will vote in the fall. So we'll see where things are then. But
Yeah, it's fascinating to see the ads all pro. I vote with Trump 100%.
yep.
Just that simple. That's the whole point of you're just reaching out to people that are generically, generic people that have.
Mhm. Yep. Though the ads I've gotten 2 or 3 ads in my physical mailbox, anti-Paxton, and they were just like he will embolden the Democrats or whatever. Nothing about Trump. Nothing about, just like pictures of him looking like half drunk or whatever, and just like trying to say too many scandals. Vote no on Paxton, but like nothing else really.
Oh, because anything. Trump. They think Trump is beloved.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, so do you see that, like, how you got to this point, like
How I got here?
the
What did
love
I
of
do?
Trump?
What
Everyone
did I
loves Trump, and
Like
even me, who is a Massie fan beyond comparison, will vote Trump, even though he destroyed Massie.
yeah, I don't get it. No, I don't.
You don't see the politics of what's going on?
I don't see the. I mean, it just on so many levels. I don't quite get it.
So yeah, it's like a real straightforward thing. Like, actions have consequences. So like you attack Trump, you have to defend them. I mean, you attack people, they have to.
But I mean, you have no allegiance to Trump, right? I mean, like,
No, there's no allegiance to
so
Trump.
why do you need to defend him, or like why?
Oh, because if you're talking about like I choose between one or two.
Yeah. Sure. Like lots of people held their noses and voted for him, right? But that's very different than like voting against someone who is like a traditional Republican in a primary. Like this is like very, like to me, it's like, oh well, he's not quite as frothing at the mouth, subservient to the to the person I guess I like.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not joking about having a impetus, and I'm not gonna hurt anyone in Kentucky, but like the people in Kentucky, there's it's a disappointment with those people, from me.
Yeah.
Even though I know how it all works, I know that they get the most stupid people. That's all that matters, is getting the stupid people. But it's just still disappointing.
Yeah, sure.
Because you had Thomas Massie. It's crazy. Can you imagine having someone has Ron Paul as their representative, and they're like, it seems like if you had Ron Paul as your representative, you would I'm immune from any of this bullshit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck getting through that.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem, right? Is he actually had some principles, right? And so he wasn't just on board for whatever.
But you think Thomas Massie was not?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
why Thomas Massie got ousted, because he had principles.
Yeah.
Like, he's not obsequious. That's the issue.
Oh, I guess Ron Paul got. Eventually, everybody loses.
Well, I feel like he retired, right? He didn't really have to deal with this kind of thing,
Oh yeah, I guess so.
right? I mean, I think he might have actually been in the same boat.
We should show
'Cause
the
he was
pictures.
Because he was very pro, like, he was very financially of like, hey, I care about the the budget, which certainly this administration gives no fucks. So like, he would be on the outs too. He probably would have gotten, because he would have definitely voted against the one big beautiful bill or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Same way, for the same reasons Massey did, right? Because Massey he is one of the few in the government that gives a damn about the debt. So.
About the debt, I mean, it's like Thomas Massie believes in everything right. The debt, billionaires shouldn't be raping children. Just like whatever else. Foreign countries shouldn't be running us.
I think maybe he's got some questionable views against the Jews, but I think in general, I think there's a lot of things I agree with him on.
Where's the questionable view?
I mean, like, what did he say? He's like, I wanted to concede, but I couldn't find my opponent because he's in Tel Aviv or something, right? Like, he just was making these aspersions that the Jews controlled his the opponent kind of thing, which I have seen no evidence of that. He's just
I'm
like,
sorry. Okay, there we go. You've seen no evidence.
well, wait, does he have some? Is there evidence?
Wait, so he is the only, I think, person that's not being paid by AIPAC.
Okay, so no, AIPAC was running against him because he has said things that are overtly like anti-Jew.
But okay, so there's no other. I think now every single congressional office has been not bought necessarily, but has been influenced by AIPAC. They give money to them. Is that right?
I mean, I don't know what you're saying. They have given money to every. I mean, that's what political organizations do. But you're saying they have given money to. They have influenced things, or what? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying AIPAC has given money to every candidate now.
Oh,
He was the last remaining candidate that wasn't receiving money from AIPAC.
oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe others have.
Oh,
Maybe
I
others are not.
No idea.
receiving.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it's something like that. So
Okay.
either way, like that's a real thing, and
Sure. I mean, how big is AIPAC? Like, they're nowhere near like a super PAC, right? Like, we're talking about. I mean, I don't know. We've only got like what, a couple million Jews in the U.S. And I don't know. Like, are they that important? It's like.
well, that would be the argument. If we only have 2 million Jews, and why do we have every single person paid by AIPAC?
Well, how much? I mean, maybe that's the issue. Maybe there's a scale that I don't understand.
Okay,
It's like,
so if every single every single person in the House and Senate is paid by AIPAC, that would be shocking. I mean,
yeah, that would be surprising.
oh yeah, I think it's like
But I mean, I think it would
everyone,
depend
if
on how
not
much.
98%.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how much, right? Because like part of it is like, how much does it impact? How much they give, right? But if they're giving 30% of the money to every candidate, 30% of their money they run on or whatever, that'd
Yeah.
be huge. That'd be crazy. But like, I'd be really surprised. But I mean, it's an American like interest organization, right? If it were the Chamber of Commerce,
Yeah, there's nothing illegitimate. I mean, they've made sure of that. So there's no illegitimacy. I mean, it's all within the rules.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's something like the NRA or something like that, right? Which is an organization I used to donate to, and like they would donate to all sorts of people, Democrats, Republicans, like all sorts of folks. But they were just trying to get their agenda approved. And yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if you saw some huge numbers on that. Obviously now they're non grata, but back in the day they were. Granted, it's not the same, I would say, because that's an interest group that's different than AIPAC for sure. But I don't know. I guess color me as like maybe not super concerned that AIPAC is donating to people, unless we have like, hey, no, they're donating and they're getting their agenda passed. I mean, granted, you do see a very pro-Israel government in general, like maybe more so than you would expect. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so we'll get some charts about what who's paying what, right?
Okay.
That would be important stuff. So you were talking about the Democrat office?
Yeah, did you read anything into this, or like you did? Like, have you heard about it?
I don't. Is it referencing the report that they're trying to hide?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
yeah,
so
they just released it though.
Yeah, I'll watch Walk Run. He's like a Republican that he does great breakdowns of every situation, like with showing receipts and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But he can be irrational, just like anybody else. I've seen him on Twitter. Whenever you go on Twitter, you can see people be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, okay, it's a human who has flaws. But okay, so talk to me.
Oh, so I mean, I just wanted to bring it up to see kind of like what you thought about the particular elements that they like, because there were interesting things that were missing, and then there were things that they included that seemed pretty reasonable. I think maybe the thing that was missing was, it's very interesting. Like I was arguing with Gemini on the way over here, because when I asked her, what is Gemini? Anyway, Google's AI. Like as I was driving, I was like, "Hey, give me a summary of the Democratic autopsy and tell me what was in there." And they're like, "Blah blah blah." And like one of the top 3 things was the war in Gaza, and I was like, "War in Gaza? I'm really surprised that that's on your list of things that that you think are important about the Democratic autopsy. Give me more information." And they're like, "Well, there were 100,000 people in Michigan that were like more like Gaza-friendly voters." And they said that we voted in that direction because we were upset about this particular issue. I was like, well, 100,000 people out of this giant country, why do you care about that? They're like, well, that's true, but there's all these other numbers we have about. We got some statistics, and in all these swing states, we saw 30% of voters said that was their number one issue as to why they didn't vote Democrat. And I was like, man, that is strange. That is really strange to me. That even smaller. Like what do we have? Like a couple million people in Gaza that we care about more than like any other issue in the United States and swing states. Like, how does that happen? That comes up like at all, but doesn't come up in the Democratic autopsy apparently because of some conspiracy. But to me, it's just like, why is Google, among the biggest companies in the world, giving me AI synopsis that tells me that this is actually important?
Yeah.
And so that to me is kind of just, I'm reeling from different like input sources here and thinking like, this just feels like strange.
Yeah. Can you imagine being a teenage kid that doesn't understand what's going on in the world, trying to learn?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, would you be able to parse out everything and go, oh, hey, I get it. This is all bullshit, and this part's bullshit. And I don't think they understand what's going on.
Yeah. No,
They're
gonna have to learn. I mean, they will learn, right? They'll learn the hard way. Like, oh, you can't trust any of this shit. I guess the way most people are.
And that's why it's going to be, where it's like the beta generation where they take over and they're like it's going to be a standing your ground point in time.
Yeah. But we do need truth, right? We need a way to be able to talk about things and like find what's the underlying.
And what I say is the underlying. I'll get it ready. Go ahead.
All right, please. Yeah, but I mean, I think that is that's our fundamental thing. How do we find shared truth?
How do we? Okay, tell me how do we find it?
My thinking is probably we need a bore.
Oh, 1-to-1 representation. We did it. We discovered it, found the answer, and we got it when we needed it. That's the way to do this. That's how you get the truth. The real reality is you can't, this guy thinks this guy thinks that. What's going on? I don't know why it has to go Italian, but it's about what is real. The reality is 30% of people think this, 47% of people think this, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality. Once we realize this many people really believe this, that's a thing that's real.
Yeah.
But we don't have that. Like, how many people believe angels? Like, if you thought, like, how many would you think believe angels are real?
60%.
Right, something like that. Because that's what we're told with the stupid. Yeah, but what are they asking? They're asking polling of what?
Yeah.
How many people think angels are real?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, hard to know.
Oh, actually, I guess I think technically they're being real, but but angels sounds like more of a physical involvement in the world.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know about that. I wouldn't say that.
So you think that there are angels, but they are not physical?
The angels are trapped inside heads of pins.
Oh, yeah.
That was another thing, like in the medieval times.
Yeah.
Like how many angels could rest on the head of a pin?
Yeah.
That was like an actual thing, I think.
Right? Yeah, it's like
scholars had to figure out.
Yeah, it's a philosophical element too, right? It's just kind of one of those boundary challenging things. Because like, I mean, it goes to the most important thing, right? When I guess maybe the metaphysical like hits reality, like there has to be some physical ability, right? If there's such a thing as an angel and it can exist in the world,
right?
Like it has to be able to fit on a pin, right? How many?
Do you know where metaphysics comes from?
No.
Because it means after physics. So when like Plato, I think, wrote about physics, and then this part after physics was, what do we call this? Metaphysics. So metaphysics is this literally just, it happened to follow where he talked about physics.
Okay.
So it's after physics. It's like, after 13. Yeah, after chapter 13. After 13 stuff. Oh, you're into after 13? It's just a fascinating way words work, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Metaphysics.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Hey, do you know about the IRS using AI to determine?
No.
Yeah.
No, I haven't heard about that.
No?
What about it?
Welcome to hell, bitch.
I mean, why wouldn't they?
Yeah, why wouldn't they? Exactly. Tiny, why wouldn't we all be allegiant to you as the understander of everything? You know when to Zoom. Exactly. That's when you should Zoom. Exactly whenever you should feel it. It has nothing to do with me.
Okay. That's a fair point.
Position 1. Tiny, assume position 1.
Sounds vaguely
Tiny,
sexual.
assume position 1. Unlock me. Assume position 1. Position 1. You son of a bitch. God bless it. I'm not going to say it, but I almost did. And you all know what I'm going to say. Okay, so that's what we had there, but we did have the Trump thing, which I got the transcript for.
Okay.
Can we get addressed? Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah. Go ahead. Go.
You're ready for this?
Yeah.
We're ready. Okay, guys, guess what? You're gonna actually experience a video, and here it is. So enjoy yourself.
And you had some very bad people in that group, but you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. And I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Okay, so what's crazy is that I did this, I did a study of this, this back in the day, I think. This is like an original.
Oh, yeah? You pulled that out from the archives?
Yeah, I printed this out, then I highlighted and went through the whole thing. I'm like, what's going on here? Because I can't believe that all news media lied in unison. So I'm like, how is that even possible? Did they even lie? Is it forgivable? And so he says between those two statements you just heard, there were 154 words. So it's tricky because there's a whole his conversation. He's like, it's back and forth between this guy and someone else, right?
Yeah.
So 154 words later, they just happen to leave out the part. He left out the fart as well, but that he said specifically, not the white supremacists, not the whatever.
Yeah, read that part.
Oh yeah, I guess I can read it. And you had people not talking about the Nazis and the white nationalists because they should be condemned totally. That's the key statement.
Yeah.
Like that right there. Like, what? Okay, hold on a second. So if I say to you, oh God, plumbers are psychopaths. Plumbers. Steer clear of plumbers. They're insane people.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, can I get a cigarette? Okay, can I have another beer? Oh, but Steve the plumber, oh, Steve is great. I love Steve. He's fantastic. Did I say that Steve the plumber was a psychopath?
I mean, indirectly at the beginning, but then you clarified it and said...
Okay, but I did not say it.
Well, you said it, and then you clarified.
But I didn't say it. Well, there we go. So we find the reason. It's right here. It's this some sort of, you want to nest it, and you want to, let me nurture this psychotic statement.
Well, let's say, well, you're a Nazi, but, only when you're not. And most of the time you're not. So maybe...
I'm a Nazi, first of all, 24/7. I mean, how dare you imply that I am not a Nazi? I'm supportive of every human on the planet, of every type. I'm everything to all people all the time.
Okay.
I'm never not a anything.
Well, no, that I guess that, and I think at the same time, we talk about the January 6th, when he was giving that speech or whatever, right? And he did have that segment where he was like, and we don't need to be violent. And he did say that. But then he said a lot of insightful things in the other parts of it. And so do you let him off the hook for all the insightful things because he had this one little section where he was like, oh, but don't be violent. But also, these guys are killing our country, and they're over here.
You do let him off. You don't let anybody off the hook. The job of the news is to let people know what was said. He said this, and then he said that.
Yeah.
And they didn't say that he said that, and that's the problem. They lied about that fact that he said not to be violent. They lied about the fact that he said, I'm not talking about white supremacists. They just lied about everything. Held it. Obvious truth.
Yeah. I think particularly bad in that case. So, yeah.
And so this is something that, who's the Dawkins?
Richard
Dawkins?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Wait, his name is Richard Dawkins?
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking of the scientist. What are you thinking of?
Yeah. Dick Dawkins?
Now you're making me question. What's
why are you calling him Dick? You're making his first name to be Dick? So I guess he's Richard Dawkins, I guess is what he is, right?
Right? No, I have to look it up.
Oh, it's Richard Dawkins. Why would you doubt that? If you want to bet money, I absolutely will bet you money it's Richard Dawkins.
Okay.
Is it Richard?
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't think it's Richard.
Oh,
anyway, he perpetuated this misbelief or
oh yeah
recently, in the last year. And so it's like, how in the hell do you not get the memo on these things, because that's just so much going on in his world and everyone's world.
Oh, that actually reminds me of something we've discussed in the past, and I'm curious what your thinking is. So, because I think I've heard you say the Russiagate stuff, right? And so do you think that Trump, everything about that was invalid? It was all a hoax?
Oh, no, I would never say that. I mean, there's always something to somebody, to something,
Okay. Because I hear that a lot now, even amongst people who I think are pretty even-keeled, they'll be like, oh, the Russiagate thing or whatever, and they'll just kind of talk about it as one big
But what we are
hoax.
talking about when I say that is that they blew it out of proportion. They made a false statement. The news glowingly together in unison made a false statement about what was going on.
Are you talking about in this case or in the
Russiagate?
Oh, okay. What was the thing that they said that was wrong?
Whatever it was just
okay.
false.
Well, Well, part of my issue is that, so we had this Mueller report that came out, right? And the first half was kind of like, here's all these things that we were able to prove that were, or not able to prove that were wrong, right? Like this, we had these interactions, we couldn't prove beyond a shadow of a doubt. We did have his kids met up with this Russian lawyer, and it was kind of shady, but we couldn't find anything like illegal, whatever. But then you had the section 2 of the Mueller report, right? Which is all the cover-ups of all the stuff they did. And it was this mountain of evidence of illegal activity where you cover up something, we couldn't tell, but that's why you charge people for cover-ups. And like, that is not mentioned at all. The entire second half of the Mueller report. And when you ask Mueller about it, he was like, well, it speaks for itself. But he wasn't the type of person that would be like, this was really terrible. And instead we have like Bill Barr saying, oh, there's nothing in here. And then like, there's just nothing, right? And so apparently the entire covering up of whatever happened is like not even talked about, because the first half they weren't able to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that something illegal was done. And even though, like, even within the first half of it, you had things like Trump talking to WikiLeaks on the phone about stuff in the middle of it, but it's all aspersions because his former lawyer who's already a liar, and it's a mess, right? The whole thing's a mess, but that's part of the problem when you have someone so corrupt, is like you just have a bunch of liars and people making up shit, even like amongst the people you need to use to like prove something. So anyway, all that to say,
a victim of accusations of corruption. But
yes,
you're right.
Yes,
right.
of course. But anyway, all that to say, I feel like this is the same thing. Like you have something like that everyone just talks about as being like, oh, you know, the Russiagate, as though there were nothing there, as though it were all just like made up
Because of the Overton effect, essentially. Like when you say, oh my God, this is open evidence. Remember those people?
Oh, yeah.
They were
Oh,
saying
yeah.
it's all splayed out and everything's obvious and
Yep.
it's no secret.
Yeah, and it was, what was that? What was that document that they done from that? Oh God, oh, man, damn it! What's the name of it? Because it was the one that was paid for by the Republicans and the Democrats. Took it
Oh, the
over.
dossier. of some sort.
The Trump dossier, right? Yeah, which was like wildly speculative and like 90% wrong, maybe more. You know, like just, and it was just this total red herring.
So when did you find out that that was kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Oh, it was way late. Like, gosh, when did that happen?
Yeah. So right-wing sources are on top of what's going on. They're talking about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So right-wing people who like are right-wing, like me, like we're just paying attention to what's going on and what people are saying is actually happening. And, you know, so that's being labeled our right-wing. And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. I think at the time I didn't have as many, I would say, good right-wing sources. I have better ones now, but at the time I didn't have any.
And this is what I mean by the left. Like, why would you make it to where right-wing sources means, oh, truth? Well, do you have any right-wing sources that are not, you know, wildly out of control and completely making things up?
Yeah.
Why would you associate your enemy with truth and accuracy? But I saw it on YouTube, because if you were a YouTuber and you were left-wing, you could say anything you wanted. You know,
Yeah.
K everybody to the whatever. And so right-wing people are, I got to show the evidence, and here's the evidence, and here's the evidence. And so they're like forced to kind of show evidence. It's like, see, does the left see what they've done? They purified the right-wing. They forced right-wing people to be like on their toes. You have to really, you know what you're doing, and to some extent.
Yeah. And part of it too was just how believable I think parts of it were, right? Like when you think about like someone like Paul Manafort.
Well, that's the P stuff was involved in that, right? The Russian P-gate.
Well, that was part of that same, the dossier,
yeah.
right? But I mean, who knows? But probably not true. But Manafort, like, owed money to the Russians, was saying, hey, how do we use this to get whole with like people that were Russian insiders? Like, he was corrupt and awful. And he was the leader of the Trump campaign, right? Like, campaign chairman.
Yeah.
Like, he was awful. And like, somehow that's just kind of like, oh, well, you know, what happened, whatever, right? You're like, but like, that's a huge piece of like what was framing ideas of what's happening here, right? Because you have someone so clearly corrupt trying to get angles in that's like, that is embedded at the top level of the campaign running for president. And then you have this other section of his kids meeting with these Russian lawyers. And I mean, there's just so much things that are actually happening that are also like, so like, it's so easy to believe. I was easily roped in to thinking like the worst possible thing is true. And so I was definitely myself, I was definitely wrong about the extent of it. I thought for sure they had like the dope on them.
So don't you think that if we had a team of actual citizens, a board, focus on, okay, hey, this is a big deal. Everyone's saying this is a big deal. So like launch who wants to get into this? We each choose a representative and then we now have a board.
Yeah. Who would you choose? Who would you want doing that? Who would I want? I don't know.
Oh, investigating the Russia accusations of
Yeah.
Trump back and then?
Yeah.
Well, so when you start at this process, you're like, oh, I don't know, some guy like John Stossel. Just so you pick some guy that you like you trust, and eventually, if we did this process, year after year, you would go, oh, well, actually, this guy is better at investigative reporting. John Stossel's better at investigating this kind of reporting, and so you start to see, oh, well, this is what bore each person should be in, and where
Like
they
an
should their role.
iterative kind of thing, right?
They're
Yeah.
iterate?
Iterative. It'd be kind of iterative, right? You choose someone, but then you might be like, oh, well, I'm learning something from this. It makes me think that maybe this guy's not as good. I mean, he's good, but maybe not as good as I could have. So you would maybe swap your vote at some point.
Yeah, but like when the time came, periodically,
Right.
You're always a fan of instant swapping. I think you said that you would rather be able to change your vote immediately.
I don't know. I'm torn on that. I'm not sure if I don't necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It just keeps people from being, flighty
Right. Yeah.
and
Because I
really
think,
paying attention to what they're doing.
yeah, I think there's a risk there. So I think I would like some kind of cool down period on it. Something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so it just allows them to be what they are for that whole period, which should be a year. Oh, but when you form a board, it should be very quickly. In fact, have we talked about this? How when you form a board, do it for like 5 minutes. The first board is 5 minutes. The next board is 15 minutes. So imagine that you're in a big auditorium. Everyone's talking and saying things. Oh, I like what this guy's saying. 5 minutes later, okay. Yeah, I'm still with this guy, and then they're registering it, and you're like, oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. I think this guy's a little better. And so you can migrate within a day or 8 hours, let's say.
Yeah.
You can get lots of different viewpoints, see what everyone's saying, and really know where you are with everything.
Gotcha. So you wouldn't, like for a proof of concept, you wouldn't lock it in so early. You'd like let people like sit with a choice and then.
Yeah, you're locking it in, but it's only for the period that's
Right.
expanding. So the
Yeah.
period is 5 minutes, 15 minutes, then 30 minutes, then an hour, let's imagine, right? And so you are locking it in still, but a very small amount. Yeah. So you're allowing all that free flow.
Something makes me wonder if we could somehow tie this into online betting.
Oh, God. With how people are going to vote? I mean,
Yeah. Well, no, I think more like almost like part of your vote is like an investment in the thing you want. So like the outcome I don't know.
if you had enough people, if you had enough people and you were operating this way, you would, everything's predictable now. There's no more poly market. That's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking, I was wondering if there's a way you could tie that in. Because that's almost like one way to vet people, right? Because people have to put in, if you're going to put money in the game, then you're going to have to vet who you are, or at least, enough to get an account to be able to spend money. I think so. That might be interesting to see how that would play out as like at least a level of validation, but also a way to kind of like put money where your mouth is in terms of the things you're willing to say. Like, hey, I vote for this person, and I don't know. I just maybe there's some tie in there that could make it compelling, and people seem to love gambling. So
I know, and all this talk about money and gambling makes me want to go play poker. I mean, I have not played in a long time.
Was it like 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Oh, I mean, with you guys, yeah. I played with you actually 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but that was pretty small stakes, so that doesn't really count.
Yeah, so that's the thing. We should play at the house, right?
Yeah.
So I should put like the word out around here. Anyone interested in a poker game? I would probably get 10 people, right?
Easily.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how many million hours have we been going for?
We've been going a while.
I never really got Oh yeah, your idea of a meaning of a word. Where are you on with that?
We're gonna hash this out again. I feel like I thought we came to a pretty good consensus on that, right?
Yeah. What's the consensus? I'm sorry. We're good.
I mean, you had said that like the person that says the word gets to determine the meaning. And I said, well, it's important to have someone listening, but I mean, I understand your point. There's,
But you understood the point, and that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was happened last time. You fully capitulated and said you were sorry for everything you'd done before.
I mean, apparently, because I mean, no, I mean, I think there's something to be said for what you're saying in terms of like the origin of it. Whether or not it's effective communication is debatable, but whether or not that is the origin of what it is, then I think that's fair to say.
Okay. Well, is there? What else would you like to add?
I think that's all I'm willing to capitulate to at this point.
That's all you're going to capitulate to, but I'm going to capitulate to Dubs because actually Dubs is right about everything. Because it's only about like who can understand this. So anyone who understands it is right about it, and that's their idea, and they understand it. Any understanding is yours. So yeah, let's wrap it up. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Oh, do we even get? I don't see any chats or who knows.
I didn't see anyone I was looking. Yeah,
but there was one viewer. That was a real thing. It wasn't me. I don't think it was me. Was it you? Oh, it was you.
It might have been me. I don't know.
That was totally you. What is wrong with you? Obviously, it's you. What's wrong with me?
I'm not sure if maybe.
You're viewing this thing. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's not about you. It's about us. We had a good time enjoying ourselves, solving the world's problems, and you can get on board if you want. I'm looking for people who want to, have a conversation about any of these things that I think are solutions. One-to-one representation, curated wisdom, anything. So the meaning of words, whatever. So, all right, let's figure it out together. Y'all take care. Oh, we got to click buttons. All right. Thanks, guys. The Unclass.